right? How is your eye?
My eye is great.
Glad. Forgot that was still healing.
It works again.
Also because you got pregnant.
Yeah.
Huh?
I'm very
Also,
happy
I'm
to hear
going
that your eye
pregnant.
works.
What?
What, Luke? You
Aw,
didn't know
congratulations.
You didn't know Rosie was
Oh,
pregnant?
right. I forgot about your M-Brig. Congrats, by the way.
Yeah, Luke, it's yours.
No.
No.
Yes, I have a cyst on my stomach, and it is annoying, but I'm learning to deal with it. Because the fucking... The place that I was referred to for the ultrasound, right, are like, send us the, like, referral form, and we will call you to book an appointment.
What?
They'll
Yeah,
never call
you will. You
They're
will
never gonna
unfortunately
call
will
you.
never receive a callback.
Nah.
You'll be dead by then.
See,
I mean-
I'm in a state of, I'll deal with it like some point during the week.
I think Alex is still waiting for a callback from like 6 months ago. Theoretically.
Because I can just call them. I've just been
Yeah, but that's America.
Because it's like, it's gonna have to happen some point during the week, and I'm probably just gonna put it off until Friday when my mom is at home and can just drive me down there. So I can just call them during the week. Be like, hey, I need an appointment.
Alrighty. Take a moment, get yourself situated, get you some water and stuff, and post the open together tube.
Shit, you right for water.
Agua, bitch. Agua.
Probably important if you're having stomach troubles.
Would you like to have some
I will
water?
also ask, since three
I'm
of
already
the
gone.
four are the people. Well, shit. Well, I'll ask Josh and Luke. Were
Oh, I
there
didn't-
any of the
I didn't
maps?
vote because I have bias.
I mean, if you want to use the map you made, just that. That's
Of
all you
course
need
I
to say.
do, but I feel like
Okay.
that's not fair.
It's unfair.
Well, it's okay to vote for yourself. This isn't the president. It's it's the game you're playing.
I made the best map and we should use it.
And you are allowed to have that opinion. I'm actually excited that you have that opinion.
Yeah.
What do you think, Josh?
Look
Josh
at him.
comes in with a hard. I think Luke's Never mind. I killed myself.
It lives on the internet forever.
Fine, I got that before.
Ah,
Which
long
map is the
bag.
one you made?
The one he posted.
Oh, it's not so long. It's Jake.
What?
Jake.
Jake's in the chat.
Hello.
Is he even allowed? Is he out of containment?
He's legally out of containment.
What the fuck?
Let's see. Looking at it. I do like that one. That one looks good. That looks real good.
Alright, I'm gonna add Jake to the Block 4 Discord chat really quickly so that he can look at the maps and vote.
I put the Heart on Fire for the one I like.
Okay.
Watch Together has decided I should be named Progressive Amethyst Tick.
Nice.
Nice. You're progressive.
Monkey Depression. Alright, Jake, you've been given the correct role. I need your vote in the Twitch chat, please. Alright, Josh has reacted with a flaming heart. Now I gotta go find that. Let's see. Okay, we've got 2 votes for that one.
Now that I know you were kind of right, because now that I know that you made that one, I'm like, you should use that one.
We can use that one.
My own bare
Would you like to
hands.
change your vote, my love? I don't think that one came through.
No.
It's super laggy because I will also hear you say the full thing that you're saying, and then I will hear it on Discord.
Oh, Discord has that problem sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
It is always better on your phone. I know it's more annoying though, the push to talk. It just sucks.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. One day Rozzy will return from the war.
I miss her,
There you go.
the mother of my child.
Oh, he admits it. It's on film.
Yeah, it's recorded and everything.
Jake, what's your vote? Also, Rozzy, could you vote on a boat
I
map?
cannot.
What?
I would really appreciate it.
I'm physically incapable.
That's deeply unfortunate because it also means you're physically incapable of playing D&D. Should I postpone?
It's tragic.
Yes.
Okay. Game's off tonight. Rozzy asked to postpone, y'all.
Sweet.
Shut the stream down 6 minutes in.
Now I
Fucking,
can play Valheim Ashlands,
I will fuck you to death.
which will also involve being on a boat for some time.
Today's boating day, whether you like it or not.
Rozzy, basically, you just have to let us know whether you... Oh, Jake seems to like the same one that V and Josh like. Do you like Luke's maps, Rozzy, or do you like the fourth map I posted that has the four different heart reacts under it? There we go. Okay. Luke, you've been outvoted. Everyone thinks your maps are trash, except me.
Same.
Oh, bud.
It's fine.
You don't put words in there.
I'm pretty sure. Isn't
Something,
Luke's one the one we
something else in
used
your
for
mouth.
Drathian? or
Yes,
something?
yes it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I've used that map. I've been there.
I've been there. Reedus
I
has
just-
been there.
I just went and snipping tooled the map and like cut out the water bit. That's just the boat.
All right. It would be done, my lord. Alrighty, Rozzy, as soon as you are in the game, we can roll for recap. Your favorite part.
Ooh.
Love this part.
It's the best part.
Yeah, but actually load into the game. That'd help.
Actually gotta roll fucking dice and shit. Damn, we're coming off fire today.
Disgusting.
It would also help if one of my monitors wasn't dying. It has
That's
no
always
battery
something
life.
with you.
I'm dying, my monitors
It's not
are
your
dying.
eyes, it's your monitors. If it's not the monitors, you're pregnant.
It's okay.
You're
I have
stuck on the
I have-
toilet.
So I had a while back, like years and years ago, I bought 2 identical monitors for my setup, and about 1 year ago,
Musashi.
one of them started dying and its backlight stopped working. Do I even need to roll at this point? Some of these are.
You do. You need to see if you get a natural 20 as well.
For
Welcome.
nah.
But yeah, so one of the monitor's backlight started dying about a year ago, and so I've replaced that monitor, and now the second one is dying.
Beauty.
And I am not getting this. I'm not getting an identical monitor to the one I replaced the first one with, because this monitor sucks.
Fair.
Fair and well
Pisses me
reasoned.
off so much. The image doesn't stay centered. Every now and then it'll shift slightly.
What?
Swing, swing.
I don't know.
That's
What's
stupid.
going
You
on?
put
What's
some
going on with that?
They put some stupid like
Auto bouncing.
smart system in it that's supposed to make the image better, but all it does is randomly adjust the positioning. So like sometimes it'll be like 1 or 2 pixels off the left side of the monitor or something.
Oh,
Just the slightest bit. Not a problem if it stayed still but it will shift itself like every 30 to 60 minutes. And I can stop it from doing that. But the setting that stops it from doing that instead makes half the screen flicker every 30 to 60 minutes, which was much worse.
Must choose.
Which
I
one do
decided
you
to
hate
deal with it
less?
randomly adjusting slightly every now and then, instead of half the screen flickering. That was much more off-putting.
Neither's great, yeah.
No, neither is great. By the way, it's Philips brand, alright? Don't buy Philips brand monitors. Philips, I fucking hate you.
Well, I have a ViewSonic and a Bravia, so I'm feeling pretty good.
My original
Wow, Josh,
monitors
you can
that
kiss
lasted
that
me.
Philips sponsorship goodbye.
My original
Phillips,
monitors that
fuck
lasted me.
you! Don't ever talk to me or my children again.
Alright, the
Jesus
original ones I had that
fucking
lasted me
Christ.
almost a decade, BenQ monitors. When I replace this dying BenQ monitor, I'm buying a new fucking BenQ monitor. They haven't fucked me yet.
Monster Energy drink, come and fucking give me all of your contracts. I will chug this shit like it's morphine.
You already do.
I know,
No,
don't tell.
they'd just be throwing money away. Monster, sponsor me instead. I'm actually
get the
not
fuck out of here. We'll fight.
like
We'll
full
wrestle
of
in a
Monster
fucking
already.
We'll wrestle in a pool of Monster to get the contract.
I hate to say it, but I'm sorry, babe. I think Josh technically has more clout than you.
Damn.
As an established Twitch streamer. However, more than 50% of his content is mine.
But I am the one streaming it now with my name on it. No.
Josh is paying for the electricity and the Wi-Fi to stream that, so...
Oh, true. He's subsisting the business, the company, so he gets a larger percentage. Alrighty.
That's how we work here.
With all of that out of the way, ambiance has been pasted in both chats for anyone who would like musics or bird sounds currently.
Tweet, tweet.
For the recap, Zashi, you rolled a natural 20. You are able to pick anyone in the world, anyone that you would like. Who would you like to select to give the recap?
In the world.
I'm gonna pick... I was gonna say, like, in the world. I would love to get the Pope in here.
Yeah.
I pick
Whoa.
Obama.
In this fantasy world.
Obama.
In that the world.
We would like the
Okay.
governor to give us the recap.
I was gonna say, I would like for you to recap it, but as Erlin.
As who?
As Erlin Kindleaf.
Oh, the little Pofflings.
Yeah. Absolutely. I can do that for you.
So excited.
So, okay, last time on Adventurers of the Inmates, a D&D adventure, hosted on Twitch, streamed by Green Devil 606. We rejoined the party, right as they were, just getting done with dealing with a bunch of nasty old hags attacking them in the night. They dealt with them, smashed up a bunch of their animated evil furniture, and even killed one of the hacks, and the other two got away, though. They rested, kind of stayed up a little anxious the rest of the night, went very early in the morning to alert the authorities, as is always proper. The Lady Cherie personally went, accompanied by Zashi, to go and make sure that the correct message was being, given to the people who needed to hear it, sort of thing. And then they all retired to their boat because, and I quote, fuck the goddamn mayor governor and his house. This guy sucks. You were all given magical items as a bit of a sorry / not our fault, but we're still following up our deal sort of situation. You kind of started to get the feeling that you weren't getting a lot from the people, the city officials. That came to a head when later in that day, the Forge Knight Artificer who made the items for you asked you if you would be comfortable taking on a job to hunt down a squad of rogue wizards who have been hiding in a bunker that has recently been revealed as a method of getting you all out of town. Politically speaking, it made more sense with the dead servants and hags and smashed furniture. There were a lot of issues that could have come up if our intrepid adventurers were still in town. The next 2 days were spent sailing to Mother and the Green Haven after quite a bit of discussion as to your destination, whether you should head right to the bunker or not. Most of the party spent quite a bit of time training their own abilities and learning how best to behave and work on the ship. It is some people's first extended period on a vessel of this nature. And we ended just having reached Mother at the Green Haven. It is evening, the sun is setting on the horizon, and Mother has turned to you all to ask you if you all know anything about great worms.
No.
And that's where we will be rejoining our party. You all stand in the cool evening and walled protection of the Green Haven. The many varieties of lush, flowering plants fill this area, and many of them seem completely at odds with each other in terms of natural habitat. While some single flowers and blades of grass push their way up, even through the sand and stone that lines the pathways, many more huge bushes teem out of soil that should be too rich or a climate that should be much too warm for plants of these nature. Even massive toadstools and other fungi can be seen growing around the top of the natural waterfall near where you are all standing. And you all look at Mother in her almost underwater seeming gown as she looks at all of you with her purple eyes, trying to peer deeply into each of you one at a time, gauging each of you for your reaction to her question. I would like everyone at this point to roll a history. If you do not have proficiency in history, I would like you to roll with disadvantage.
It's time.
All right.
Accidental disadvantage.
Very nice. The 22 will stand. As per usual, Zashi is the person to raise your hand. You've heard of great worms before. They're sort of the last stage of development for dragons. It goes wormling, young, adult, ancient, great worm. But you don't know a huge amount more than that. They're mostly mythological beings that haven't ever really been documented in the modern age. It's said that the great worms were extinct, or made extinct during the War of the Gods, after the founding of or after the arrival of humans to this world. But that's thousands of years in the past.
I relay that to the team. I say that.
Not only are they incredibly powerful, both physically and magically, a dragon of that size wields enormous influence over its own kind. And I have found that, well, everything that is happening is linked to the Great Worms. Not quite. Everything that is happening is bringing us closer and closer to a draconic war on this material plane. And it seems that the factions are willing to risk this because the Platinum Great Worm died under exceedingly mysterious circumstances. From what I understand, the factions are... Rabid would not even be a strong enough word. Without the metallic Great Worm to keep the chromatic in check, they are expanding wildly below the ocean. We are only seeing the faintest hint of what is coming right now. Say nothing of what the gem dragons may do, especially after the material plane's reaction to dragons returning here. All I can say for the metallic is that they are very, very nervous and eager to protect their position and holdings. This is not good. Not to a degree I don't believe I'm easily going to be able to convey.
The king.
If you wished it to reduce it to that, yes. There is a very large power vacuum. It is increasingly being filled. But it seems I'm not the only one looking for new help. More help, perhaps.
Yes, unfortunately the topaz were rather frightful. Intended to enslave the majority of us instead of actually speaking to us in a civil manner when we had given initial respect.
About that, should we just be going in like murder style, or should we be talking to these guys? 'Cause it seems really difficult.
I could not imagine taking on the onslaught of what is coming head first every time. As I said, each of the factions wants something different. You will have the least ability to sway a chromatic dragon.
So this is some diplomacy shit. This is kind of annoying that we're in a state of perpetual war all the time. This seems like a lot bigger of a deal than that.
I was not happy to hear that the remains of even a young dragon made their way to a mad scientist's laboratory like Nobani.
Yeah, I mean, I I would ask. I don't know what to say other than get out of we need to get out of jail.
Regardless, we are here in the present now.
Oh, also, I feel like I should relay to you. There was an instance where I believe somebody from Nobani, fairly high up, saw you marked on our map, and I think you all should be very careful.
The Haven or Breel?
For real.
Have
We
you informed Morbid?
we came to you first.
Appreciate your sense of duty.
I don't know if it was duty so much as desperation.
Felt it was far more important.
Situation is only going to become more desperate. But introduce me to your friends. I would meet them properly.
Oh my gosh, so sorry. I turn around and I kind of present Amirius and Bulwark. These are, and I gesture for them to introduce.
Bulwark
Give a
crosses his arms and says, "We're not friends. I work for them."
give a short bow. Just Amidius. I would say we are friends. They rescued me.
A soldier and a man out of time. That is a curious weapon, Amidius. I have not seen its like in some. She trails off.
If Mirrors kind of pauses for a second, like processing this, because in his head he's the soldier. He like looks at Volok.
Bulwark is looking at you, about as confused. Emilius, are you going to die soon?
I don't
Again?
think so.
Hmm.
God, Shri, at this point, I think you need to die.
I I don't even know if I age.
I've already done that.
Right. Okay.
Are you just trying to get me to join you in this current circumstance you are stuck in?
No, I think you're chilling with your shadows over there. Just think it would be kind of funny if we all die.
I think your ghost has twisted your mind sometimes.
I don't know what you could be referring to.
Yes, definitely don't know at all.
Uh, Bulwark and Amarius. Could you please each roll me a deception as
Oh.
Mother makes eye contact with you and looks very deeply into you, and you feel a need to cover yourself, almost as if you were naked.
Just doing the Nothic thing.
That is my one spur on this
Do
pointless
it.
roll.
Do it! Yeah!
I'm not doing it.
I think
Both are
11's
casts.
pretty good.
Time
I'm
stop
staying with
into
11.
fire, delayed blast fireball 6 times.
No.
But that doesn't
Wait,
work.
but their
They're all concentration.
Right, so immediately they all break during the time stop, and then she runs. Because they can't take effect. That was a very old meme build I read.
I guess that's true.
'Cause it still doesn't explode, because it can't. But it does the second the time stop ends, so it's still technically on your turn. The whole thing. I'm sure it doesn't actually work, but
Yeah,
it's
'cause
dumb
if you
and
just
fun.
throw a fireball at someone, the fireball doesn't stop mid-flight. It would just happen, right?
Mm-hmm.
I usually do that. I don't resolve anything done in the time stop until the time stop is done. But that's just how I do it. So it would depend DM to DM.
Alright. She can have all
That's
of my disappointing secrets.
she looks at you and you feel like she sees something in each of you with a 7 and an 11. It's more than a little uncomfortable feeling. I would say there's a distinct impression that she is looking at you like someone would critically look at a painting, as if examining it for flaws.
It's alright if she's reading my mind. She knows as little as I do.
If you want something interesting from my mind, you'll be sorely disappointed.
I found your choices to be very interesting, Shri Zashi. They resemble men. They also resemble weaponry.
Well, this one points to Amirius. We found at the bottom of a boat. So I wouldn't really say we chose him, but we are his forever family.
You chose to save me.
I would definitely say I chose to. Others.
I'd say we did pick him as a weapon, but only because the context in which he was picked was very going shopping for guns.
That's
What is
not so you
guns?
were telling me not to pull the blade out of his chest. But nonetheless, they are still very helpful allies.
Then what aid may we grant you at the Green Haven? She'll do a slow circle, turning to face each of the 4 of you. Kill is over kneeling by the water, looking down at his own reflection.
We found more locations that pertain to other gem dragons. We were curious if you had known which domains belonged to which one respectively.
I can attempt to perform the same ritual. I have worked on it some, and I should be able to perform it without your help.
That's comforting.
You would all stay the night. I'll have Soleil prepare you something to eat.
It's also the other curiosity of what's been happening on the mountain.
Ah, the light show.
Yes. The governor requested that we handle whatever is there and dispatch it quickly. Curious if you had knowledge of what we might find up there or need to make preparation for.
If you are willing to remain here another few days, I can see what my magic can tell me. But I have no knowledge of this place. Does it have a name?
Unfortunately, not. We were just given a location.
Very well. I... May I have your map, Marie?
Of course.
She'll take it, expertly locate the two markings, and she promises that she will attempt to divine which one is which. If she's able to figure out which of them, by process of elimination, it'll tell her what the other one is. After a few minutes, she rolls or a few moments, she rolls this back up into a scroll, and gestures that all of you should relax. I will have Soleil come out in a few moments. And as she turns to walk around Zashi down towards the only other gate, she will say something. However, none of you will hear any sounds come from her lips. And then you all hear the sounds of someone moving around in the closest building, as if getting up from bed.
Well, we best make the best of these days, since we have a moment before utter combat and possible decimation.
That one is strange. How do you know her?
We were introduced. Gesture towards Slay, who's coming out.
Oh, hello. Wow, some new faces. Sashi, is that you?
Yeah, I got disintegrated by a dragon, and then my god resurrected me.
Wow. 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 You, I mean, you look great.
Thanks. I need to get a wig.
Wow, wow, you're tall. Hi, I'm Soleil.
Greetings. And Volwalk?
It's a pleasure. Soleil is average height, just below 6 foot, I would say. She has blue tinted skin and large frilled and pointed ears. Her hair moves unnaturally as if she is underwater as well. And she has bright orange eyes. You all would very easily recognize her as a sea elf, one of the rarest species of elf. Uh, they almost never come up from their undersea nations, and that's pretty much, yeah. They are almost exclusively seen if someone takes the very difficult journey down to the bottom of the ocean to visit their small enclaves or larger cities. It's very possible that neither of you have seen one in person before. And Soleil will nod at Amedius. I like your mask. And that's a very crazy sword.
Thank you. Is
Uh,
I want to say a family heirloom. I'm not quite sure anymore.
he nods earnestly. Can I get you all something to drink, or should I just begin preparing the evening meal?
Oh, I mean, I hope you don't feel like we assume you're gonna cook for us.
Oh, no, Mother asked me to.
Assist. And besides, it's been a while since I've seen you.
I also, I don't cook, if you remember.
Oh, right. Oh, duh. Yeah, go ahead. I think we're all definitely hungry.
Uh, Saleh will begin, to cast Create Food and Water for all of you. She'll lead you over to the usual picnic spot over here. And take a seat.
Can't believe I forgot about the magic.
Mm-hmm.
Will you two accompany us?
Sure.
I look back to
Magic.
Mirius full and Bulwark, and I just kind of go, you guys don't, you're not like weapons or like property, like we're people. Just you've got an equal share of the goods. So you are allowed to have say and like be involved.
This whole dragon business sounds very complicated.
We're
For me,
all
it's less
kind
about
of.
that, and
If you
you all
want my
seem to have
opinion,
known
you
each
will be
other a lot
disappointed.
longer.
Yeah. We're all trying to figure it out as we're going along, I think. I mean, I'm just an outcast from my home. So I can't go back. And I probably wouldn't be involved in all this if not for that. And I mean, these guys saved me from a big snapping turtle, dragon turtle.
But she still decorates our ship, by the way.
Oh, really? That's cool.
Oh, we got a new ship actually.
Oh, that runs in the works. What? Oh, I have a
Amarius,
watch.
yes, you would know that while Create Food and Water is notoriously bland, uh, Soleil, after casting it, produces like spices and seasoning and sauces that she does cook and keep, and that are usually made from the ingredients of the garden itself, that make it like in the same way that like potato on it, like a baked potato is a bland food, but you add sour cream and bacon and chives and all that stuff, and it becomes like a really hearty meal. That's essentially what she's doing.
On the
Right.
nose.
It's about how she will go on for an extended moment if anyone comments about how it's really about what you do with the food once you have it more than making it. You know?
I definitely agree with that.
But tell me about your adventures. What have you guys done since you found some your new faces?
Well, we really haven't done much yet. I believe we haven't really done anything. I mean, Amirius was helpful during his our getting out of the boat, but that we found him in. But since then, we've actually kind of been chilling in Nobani, uh, enjoying being rich and buying new things.
Oh, you guys are rich now? Oh yeah, that must have been a really nice, peaceful, like couple weeks, I guess.
Well, so they put us in housing, and
That's good.
Sasha will go on to explain that, yeah, well, there were some nice women there that made us a really great spread. Beautiful meal. It doesn't really make any sense to me now, looking back on it, how beautiful. I guess maybe they were fattening us up, perhaps. They were hags, secretly. And in the middle of the night, we got attacked by moving furniture.
Wow, that was wow. That was a sentence. Okay. Yeah, yeah. That's wow. How much furniture?
It felt like the whole room, but I think it was like 2 rugs and a couple of tables.
Books as well.
Some
Oh, and the
doors.
door.
Books and doors, oh, and rugs. Oh my.
The giant dinosaur was a great one.
The giant what?
Almost hugged Marius to death.
Death hug, huh?
Mm.
Hey, well that's horrific and terrifying, and I hate it. It actually put me off of my buttered bread a little bit. Uh,
Apologies for that.
it's okay. How long are you guys gonna be staying? Are you guys gonna pop over for a visit, introduce the people to the townsfolk? Maybe do a little mutual aid while you're here?
I
I mean,
think
you know, we're always down to do that.
I think that would be a nice time.
But we also need to talk to Morbid because,
Oh.
and I'll explain that the guy came and saw the map and it might have revealed where Rio was.
We had some concerns for people being in the area, but hopefully we were able to disillusion that.
That he's not gonna be happy to hear that.
Understandably. But we figured we'd give the heads up to try and keep things tight.
Hmm.
It was sort of a difficult situation to prevent.
For sure, of course. Um. Well, if you need anything from me, of course, you always have my assistance. Um, and the same goes to you, the two of you. I would, I'm Saleh Lahis, at your service.
Thankfully, we're just imparting the messages and making sure all's working well here.
I mean, yeah, life's continuing. Mother's been really, uh, anxious is the wrong word. I don't really think she gets anxious. It's more like, she thinks everything in the world takes too long. And trying to find out what's going on. She's been kind of running me a little
Impatient.
ragged these past couple weeks.
Hopefully, the news that we brought her today will put her mind at ease and allow us to try and work out a better plan.
It's amazing that the woman who feels like she's lived 1,000 years is impatient.
Yeah, I. She's a unique woman, to be sure. Oh, sorry, I'm talking like you know what my job is. I was called to help Mother some time ago uh by the members of um my home temple, my undersea temple. But they, once you leave, you can't come back. So it was sort of like a lifelong position. Um, but I'm supposed to help prevent, everything that's bad things that are happening, and I guess that's sort of what's going on now. So if you guys want or need any help, I'm not going anywhere, and I'll be, every time you come visit Mother.
We will be happy to see your face, I'm sure.
Hmm. Oh, and if you say Valale or Glarold or Lyra, you know, tell them they don't have to just come by when they're bringing fish. They can just visit, you know.
Oh, sweetheart.
I know they're just here to protect me, but it's lonely and very busy in the greenhouse. Which reminds me, oh my goodness, do you guys need any new herbs of our specialties?
Oh, I did like that one that gives me like it gives me like a free spell.
Oh, smuggler's root?
Yeah, that shit.
Uh, yeah, I can probably grind up a dose. Um, Here, why don't you guys all we'll finish your food and then we'll take a trip to the greenhouse.
Appreciate that.
All right. You guys finish your evening meal. Sun finishes setting on the horizon as it gets a little bit dimmer. Rather than lighting any lights, you hear uh, a few magic words chanted somewhere in the distance, but in Mother's loud voice, and bioluminescent fungi and plants in the water begin to illuminate, shining a dull but permeating brightness across the garden in a faint wash of blue white light. Slay will explain that they don't really need lanterns because of it. You guys have actually never been here after dark. Mother has usually kicked you out before that. Since she sent you back to your ship. But she seems busy, so Soleil's running the show. She'll take you over to the greenhouse. Walk in and remind you of the four special herbs that they make. Gripweed, which even as she gestures to it, tries to reach out and wrap itself around her hand, which she explains can be made into a poison that cuts off a victim's airflow, causing them to begin to suffocate. Uh, Cinder petal flowers, which create a substance very similar to alchemist fire. Um, Addison's blood, which is a particularly strong herb when used for making potions of healing. Uh, though they don't have the same taste as the classic brand. And Smuggler's Root, the one that Zashi was interested in, a very unassuming plant that looks mostly just like the pot it's in is full of weeds, but when she pulls it up, the root system is intricate and looks almost like a um, funnel cake, sort of, in the way it sort of loops back and forth over and around itself. Uh, and she explains that while this is incredibly dangerous and outlawed, it is one of the most potent magical additives that there is, and just ingesting uh, the like refined powder that can be made from the root itself can cause you to spontaneously gain magical abilities. Or it makes you fat. Yeah.
Hmm.
It's sort of like wild magic in a root because of the way it affects people. It basically stimulates wild magic in a person, which can have a variety of different effects. So last time Zashi gained the ability to know a spell for a certain amount of time, because at that time she was a wizard. And each of you are free to pick out one of these herbs, or or I should say, the things that are made from them. But she has some prepared that she's built up since last time. I will say there is enough for each of you to get one of each, except for cinder petals, where she has 10 vials of cinder petals. So if you guys choose cinder petals, you can get more than one vial, if you so wish.
Yeah, ask for a list of some kind.
Yes, gripweed.
I'll be sporting the gripweed. Give me that choking poison.
I'm not sure if Bulwark wants to trust any of this.
You can investigate any of the plants or the things that are made from it if you would like. Is there anything you're particularly worried about as you look at the writhing
Any, especially
gripweed in
the
its
wild
tank?
magic stuff.
The bright sort of red, almost illuminated flowers, the very very dark purple and orange Addison's blood mushrooms, the smuggler's root. You're eyeing that with more than a little distaste.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Let me see if Soleil notices. Okay, with a 19 plus 3 for a 22, I'm gonna say she notices your nervousness, and she'll say, it's just a plant," as if to try and reassure you.
It's not so much. It's more of a distaste. Is foul witches, herbs, tricks.
No, yeah, yeah, sorry, if you don't have to take one if you don't want, um, but if you just want something that'll, help out, and she'll reach behind to pull a deep red, like almost a maroon, vial that otherwise resembles a health potion, except for its much deeper, purpler color. This is what Addison's blood gets made into. More effective than your regular healing potion, except for the taste. But you don't have to. I get it, but it's just a garden. They're just plants. There's no mind control here or anything evil.
A strange thing to say. Bulwark looks to his allies for confirmation, I guess.
I mean, we wouldn't deliberately poison you. You can trust her. She's kind of the one who knows the most about this.
Yeah, Cherie smiling as she's getting a vial of poison as you say that.
Yeah, I'm over picking at the smuggler's room.
Yeah, you that's the thing. Like Volk, you're like, I have distaste for this. Meanwhile, Zashi is getting the only one that's actually illegal, in every country, and Cherie is getting a poison, which is also just like not a thing that you could buy at any place. So there's definitely some,
Seems dubious, but
yeah, in the fact that it's like they obviously couldn't have this place if it wasn't a secret, and
yeah.
it's clearly not just for Mother and Soleil's uh benefit or safety that it's a secret. There's clearly other stuff at play.
Which one was the poison?
Gripweed is the poison. If you fail the save against poison, you begin suffocating.
It's great.
That's not really my style either.
But it is ingested, not injury.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think he used that. Okay, what was the health potion? Not really one again.
Addison's blood. It's one extra d4 plus an extra, so it's 3d4 plus 3 instead of 2d4 plus 2. But
That seems
it,
like the most normal one.
yeah, it just tastes like literal blood. Like it tastes like iron when you drink it, rather than having a sort of magical good flavor that healing potions I usually imagine do have.
It's cherry.
So yeah, Cherie, you can mark down one vial of gripweed, or one dosage of gripweed,
I'm up to 2 now.
or gripweed poison. Zashi, you can mark down one packet of powdered smuggler's root. And Volwork, you're looking sort of between the last two, the Cinder Petal bottle of fire and the Addison's Blood healing potion.
I will take the Addison's blood potion with some amount of disdain. But I'll still say thank you.
Of course. Yeah, Mother, she spent a lot of time collecting all of these different varietals, I guess. I didn't even know where that one comes from. And Amedius is still gone.
As
Or
soon
is
as
that
I
Rosie's disappeared? Heckin' dead.
making
I
schnitty.
am back.
Oh,
Oh, Ruzzy is back. All right, Ruzzy, you are being offered 4 unique potions slash poison slash medicinal herbs that are specific, as far as you know, to the Green Haven. They are gripweed, which can be made into a poison; cinder petals, which can be made into a substance similar to alchemist fire; Addison's blood, which can be made into better healing potions; and smuggler's root, which is an addictive drug that can stimulate aggression and magical powers. Does Amedius have interest in acquiring any of these? Soleil is just giving them out.
If they still need to be refined, then not really.
No, no, she is offering you the finished version.
Oh. I have in my head half a mind. I heard the one that chokes you if you ingest it. I was like, that'd be funny to just drink because I don't breathe.
Because you can't suffocate or
Yeah.
breathe or.
Just be like, that tastes weird.
I imagine the biggest inconvenience for Amarius is it probably would hinder speech if your
Probably.
throat's closing up. Because, like, whether or not you need to breathe, you need to breathe to be able to talk. So. But you also would have all kinds of advantage against being poisoned and stuff, so.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I want that one.
Okay, you can mark down a vial of gripweed poison then. I'm gonna say it now, just in case I forget where I keep my notes for these, because I always lose this herb thing. Gripweed poison has a DC of 14. So the two of you that have that, do that.
On, obviously.
Did she, did she immediately give us the finished product?
Yeah,
Or...
yeah. She has like a few vials of each of these, except for the cinder petals, which she has a bunch of. Because none of y'all picked that last time either. Uh, and she is able to give you one, Amarius, and Cherie one as well of the gripweed poison, and she only has a single one left.
Alright, I want to sniff it.
Um, hmm. Uh, give me a perception.
25.
It's unique from other like seaweed smells in that it doesn't smell of fish. It smells a lot more like this is gonna be a pull. Have you ever smelled milk from a cow that ate seaweed instead of grass?
No.
Okay.
What?
So
No.
in some countries it gets very cold and the grass dies in the winter, and so you feed your cow seaweed that you've gathered throughout the year because you can dry it and feed it to your cow, and it's it makes the milk taste different because they have a different diet. Um, how do I don't know how to put this into words. It has a distinctly chemical ocean smell, as if uh, Soleil has refined salt and the smell that fills your nose when you start to drown.
Interesting. It's way more detailed than I wanted. I was mostly just trying to figure out if it would be like a bitter nasty poison or like a sweet tasting poison.
Completely bitter, very nasty. This is a mix it into something strong flavored. That said, the dosage is very small. It's not longer than your finger. I hope you're all happy with the effects. Tree, I see you kept the other one. Didn't use yours?
Thankfully, I haven't found need for using it just yet.
Ah, I guess I expected that you guys were out to poison someone if you took it. Got to hear you're not.
Someone who might be in need of it shortly if they continue to be a problem. But obviously, that's not anyone here.
I suppose not. Um, I guess you got the same thing, so you were happy with it. Zashi, you got the same as well. Uh, s- you don't have a problem yet with the root, do you?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I guess does it will it affect me differently now?
You don't know?
Should I take a hit?
Probably not here.
Yeah, probably a good idea. It would be a much more cinematic moment. Well, I can't say cinematic. Um,
What is cinema?
I think Zashi would would have some sort of idea of a picturesque scene.
it uh, it would be like it would be far more dramatic for me to try it in the midst of a battle and see what happens. I look around at everybody like, right?
I would agree with that. Combat is always a good place to test things.
I don't know about that.
Perhaps.
Did I ever want?
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry, I'm sure you'll get used to the magic soon enough. As much as it's disagreeable from where you come from.
Oh, where are you from? Oh, are you from the Lifeless?
Indeed.
Oh! Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize I was being culturally insensitive. Oh. I'm really sorry. Volwork? Mr. Volwork? Here,
I don't know why you
let
should
me
care so much.
make it up to you. And she'll, get a second vial of Addison's blood and press it into your hand.
He'll accept it still distastefully.
Look at it, stinky magic.
It's completely natural. It's just made from the mushroom. You know, it just stimulates your natural ability to rejuvenate, especially for uh, uh, a strong fighter like yourself. I promise. All good. No whammies. As she still seems nervous every time she looks up at your helmet.
I
I think
appreciate your honeyed words.
it. And if Kill was here, he would get to pick as well, but he can't. He's at work.
In an effort to put her at ease, we'll put a big gauntleted hand on her head and like tussle her wavy sea hair.
Oh, my, what big hands you have.
All the better to kill with.
Roll an insight.
Oh,
She
oh,
seems distinctly not put at ease by this action and
good.
choice of words.
Yeah,
Crazy.
She'll attempt to gracefully extricate herself from your hand.
Yep.
Thanks. Well, it's getting late. I should show you to the gate so I can lock up.
Of course. I'll be seeing you in the morning.
Do we have any alcohol
course.
on the ship?
Yes, I made sure to purchase some before leaving.
Excellent.
Although we kind of need to hit the liquor store, not gonna lie.
Fucking real.
Kill will produce a bottle of hooch.
Yeah, like, see, we gotta stop drinking this swill. No offense.
We're rich now, Zashi says.
We
need
got
to-
taste.
Only a full jug of Henny. Anything smaller is beneath me.
Christ.
I may have died, but I still have rich girl taste.
I'll say, as everybody starts to exit, Soleil will look back at you, Zashi. Zashi, are you having any feelings as you look at the 3 pots of the growing smuggler's root and the small station where there are a few baggies of grayish brown powder and there's quite a bit of smuggler's root here and she's only giving you 1 little bag. How are you feeling? This is your choice to decide how Zashi felt after that very useful and helpful magical boost you were able to give yourself, and you felt great for the rest of the day too.
I mean, I don't know. She was kind of on that. What if I'm a completely pure tit? But this is different. She's like thinking about this in like a combat perspective.
Exactly. It's a practical thing for you to have. It makes you better. And you kind of faintly hear in the back of your mind, or in the back, like, almost as if it were distantly, Zashi, you okay?
I'm okay.
Come on.
What is going on?
She's showing you out, back to the boat.
Okay. Oh, is this because I didn't move my token?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm. I honestly have so many things on my screen that I couldn't see that we were moving out. Leaves the drugs.
For now.
Yeah, sorry, I wasn't just choosing to be like Zashi's an addict.
Yeah, honestly that's what was happening for my perspective. So I was very confused.
You're a
But yeah,
drug
no,
addict, right?
You like drug?
Zashi's.
You want drug? You look drug? Look drug. Give me drug.
I mean, Zashi has her use problems, but not as much as she used to. Kind of, she can't like smoke all the time she used to be able to.
A little bit ashy.
Stella, do you make edibles, perhaps?
Oh,
Yeah, I made some earlier. What do you mean? We all ate. I
No.
conjured a ton of food.
It hurts.
Never mind.
Such a.
You mean like something with gripweed already in it?
Oh God.
Well, no, I'd like to live. I'd love to live.
Right, yeah, me too.
Never mind. Thank you, Stella.
Yeah, sure, whatever you need, Sashi. Night, y'all.
Good night. Thank you very much.
Alright,
Bye.
one at a time. You guys all make your way back to the ship, and I will take you to the ship map and ask you, is there anything you guys would like to do tonight?
I'm gonna work on my layer skills. Sit down and pluck at a couple of strings and really annoy everyone with fucking dying cat sounds.
Alright. It's dark as you walk down the beach and onto your ship. Seems like you guys have plans in the morning rather than leaving to set out back to your uh, destination. You guys are going to go visit Brio.
Most definitely. Gotta
Okay.
let people know that shit might be popping up.
Alrighty. Is there anything I need to know about tonight, or should we move into the morning?
I'm good.
Alrighty.
Feel like everyone's getting comfy.
Hell yeah. Okay. Morning arrives swiftly. You guys, whether you've kept watch or not, are safe through tonight's night. And in the early morning, you can hear the sounds of someone humming to themselves as they go about tending the garden. You assume it to be Soleil. Would you guys like to go back and visit her, say anything to her in the morning, perhaps get her to conjure you breakfast, or are you going to have rations and just start your walk to Brio?
I would have some rations, but I would definitely go to see if Slay wanted me to tell anyone in town something, as she might be stuck there for a little while.
Just the same message that any of her fellow sea elves are free to visit whenever they want, not just
When they're invited, no.
to when they have like specific business. Yeah.
I'll be sure to pass that on.
She'll also say that Mother has not come out of the uh, altar, is what she'll call it, the altar room.
Where we had our wonderful inner experience of life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully she won't be stuck in that too long.
Who can say, I guess.
If you have any other concerns, let me know. I know, especially with everything going on, that seems more problematic.
What's not problematic these days? I mean, with every actor coming out with allegations against them.
What?
Sorry. DM
That's a
thought that would be
strange
funny.
thing to say.
Yeah, keep your head on your shoulders. Don't get eaten by a dragon turtle on your way to town.
That's Volwak's job.
Yeah, strong and silent type.
Right? It's such a fucking wall of meat at this point.
I'd put a dent in that wall if you know what I'm saying.
Bulwark sneezes where he is.
Fork is 15 feet further down the beach.
Definitely
Okay.
let you know if I get a chance at that.
Alright. She'll nod.
Look at this piece of meat.
Alright. Shortly after that, Quartermaster, can you mark down rations for the day? As you guys all fill your water skins and set out on the roughly 8.5 mile trek to Briel, through the forested area of lush green that rings the northern end of the peninsula here before it grows back to more barren plains approaching the Lonely Mountain. You guys have roughly 45 minutes to walk from where you've docked the ship next to the Green Haven to the village. What do you guys do with that time? Would you like to fill in your new party members what to expect?
So, Real is a commune. Everyone shares their part as well as putting their best effort forward.
They are communists.
Yes.
They work together.
I could get behind that.
But also literally yes.
Yes.
In the way that it should be.
Like the
Yeah,
commune
the communism
is
that works,
yes.
not that other kind.
Yeah.
That other kind
Not
where
the,
you
not the
Yeah.
kind that's actually just capitalism, yeah.
But they've been here for a while, and this is also why we try to keep them from being spotted. Unfortunately, it depends on whether or not that soldier kept his lips shut. Hopefully they'll leave them be, especially once we handle the matter about the mountainside. But everyone here is fairly peaceful. think you'll enjoy this little slice of quiet.
Thought you hired me to kill dragons.
I know it seems strange that we would introduce you to some of these people for work, but you'll be murdering soon enough. Trust me. Your muscles will be used.
Strange thing to say.
All right. In short order, you guys will arrive at the village of Breel. It is a very quaint, small town located within a very dense thicket of trees that seem to have been cleared in a very small area surrounding a river that emerges from underground. And as you cut through the thicket of trees, you see no more than a dozen buildings clustered around the river. As you begin to walk through town, you notice that almost every person here has vertical pupils or scales on the backs of their hands, or are seemingly prematurely uh, bald and with long talon-like fingernails. This is a primarily Yuan-Ti community, and as you make your way in, there are more than a few whispered voices until Cherie and Zashi lead you to the building only known as the bar. As you arrive, uh, that's up to Volwork. The Lifeless Yonder is not innate. Like there, I have no innate racism in like racially in the game. There are just nations that have more opportunities for things. Like it is hard to advance in the military of the Galar Stub if you're not a human. But they don't. But the other races aren't like kept in ghettos and things like that. It's just specifically for the
I
military.
feel like not racist because UNT are magic resistant, and that's kind of cool.
The elves are also just haughty and a little bit bitchy. Depends on the elves, though.
Yeah.
Mm.
Ignore the elf that's currently with you.
She's not even from this plane.
Just ignore her. That's what I do.
She's not a material plane elf. She's not a material girl.
As you're approaching, the doors will swing open wide, and a human man will walk out of the door. He wears a unique looking set of armor, appears to have just been thrown on. And despite his clean shaven nature, you can tell that he is approaching middle age by the lines on his face. He holds a naked, long sword in one hand as he stops short, seeing a few recognizable faces suddenly in your group. Oh, it's you all. What are you?
Greetings.
You gave some people quite the scare.
Is
Where's
this
the big
guy?
lug? Where's Zashi? Where's
Well, that one
Pan?
is Zashi. Just right.
Waves.
Yeah.
You seem to have gone out.
I died because I got disintegrated by a dragon and I got brought back to life by my god.
dragons.
Yes, we've
You
been
actually
killing them.
found some.
One and a baby. Well, not a baby, a youngling.
More turtles or
Oh, there's the
Dragon.
turtles, there's the deep dragon, there's the topaz dragon.
These were the flying ones.
right.
Yes.
I'm Morbid. It's a pleasure to meet the newest members of. Are you still calling yourselves the name of the prison cell you all shared?
I suppose we should change that, shouldn't we?
I'm afraid that we've kind of branded ourselves already, though.
Well, I welcome the new members of Block 4, and the Block 4 appears like in the impact font, like when they say Avengers Assemble.
Fuck.
How did you do that?
So
Do what?
Don't worry about it.
I was gonna ask, how did you guys get those dice floating above your head? And what makes them move? It's like when you try and do stuff?
Something about the gate and, this person called Balder, but we're not going to worry about that.
Sorry.
Never heard of that.
I'm
This is
yeah,
just too
he
many
will
words.
introduce himself as Morbid.
Well, Morbin, happy to introduce Volwork and Emilius, other compatriots that have come to join us in our current hunting endeavors. I figured to stop by and I'll give you fair warning that the Galler Stop seems to have had a few soldiers be assaulted, and they were looking through the area, so to be wary if there are ones patrolling around.
Why do you think I came out with my sword drawn when I heard there were people arriving in town wearing hoods and masks? And he gestures at Amarius. Apparently there was a death, probably an accident, sometime after your last visit here, and they've been sending squads out to look for the cause, assuming it was a dangerous animal. One of those squads got closer than I was comfortable permitting.
It is unfortunate.
If I ever catch whatever it was that got those things, it gutted one of the soldiers. And they say it was, a refugee or some. They say it was a person, but I know everyone in these woods, and it wouldn't be. Certainly not one of us.
Good Chris to think that. At the same point, I'm glad they at least have stayed their hand from going this deep. Besides, they really need to keep better watch if they're losing people just walking on the, walking around about.
I don't suppose you have enough pull with the government yet that you could get them to leave us alone? Or are you still just prisoners, pirates on the run? Or are you pretending that pirates aren't the word?
We are working on a benefactorial deal. As much as they may be using us partially, they are starting to give some recognition, even though the last mission was not exactly ideal towards the end.
we have transcended our prison experience. However, they had the audacity to complain about the fact that we only brought them still kind of wind back a bit because there's a bit more context to that. Sorry. um, we all fought in like a gladiator fight to get out of going back to prison. And then they had us go kill the dragons and bring dragon bones back, and we failed to get the dragon. So right now they're actually kind of mad at us.
They wanted the large one. Glad to see you're doing well.
Yeah, as you're talking, Zashi, Elsa will come out and wrap an arm around Morbid's waist, and trailing slash leading her is a familiar, young girl who appears to have sprouted at least 3 inches since you've seen her. As Zaira will look up at Cherie with recognition. Hi.
Will immediately come down to her level. Hope everything's been going well.
Mm-hmm.
Been keeping everyone safe? Keeping eyes out, I assume.
And Elsa will say, yes, she's been very precocious. I never expected it from her. And Zaira looks bashful would be the wrong word. That implies regret. Chagrined, I think, would be the way I would describe how she looks right now. Caught doing something by someone she knows won't really punish her. Which is probably a very big relief to see on her, given the fact that, you know, you all found her running from a child slave job, paid barely enough of a wage to keep a roof over her head, working far younger than she should.
Very good to
She
hear.
appears healthy and happy, if still extremely reserved. But she is talking now, which is a whole thing.
Especially ever since the scary Tiger Man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we should have brought Zeke.
Right?
I'll also say you see that she does have the bird that Zeke gave her still.
I'm very glad that you've been able to find yourself here.
I don't get lost.
I'm sure you don't.
Well, not to cut everything short, but you came to warn us? Is that the whole warning?
Effectively, there is one that's, as much as they are a chauvinistic bunch, nobody that might send word, but especially for the rank and where they have been keeping watch on us after having to deal with some hags, they thought it more fitting to send us back out. I wanted to give warning that they did unfortunately see our map. So there might be a more reasonably peaceful endeavor, hopefully fast.
I see. That is deeply unfortunate. He takes a deep breath and heaves a heavy sigh, and for a moment he looks a lot older. And he straightens, and most of you would recognize he unconsciously goes into sort of a soldier's at ease stance. I guess I'll just have to keep doing what I have been. Um, do you have time to stay for a meal? I just filled Fibble.
Of course.
Oh my God, Fibble.
It's been forever.
Cool. Oh, I'll get him. And Zaira will run off to the kitchen.
That was so cute.
She's growing up quickly.
You all hear a child's giggling and running, followed by rapid clanking, as what appears to be a four-legged cauldron, filled to the brim, clanks as quickly as it can across the floor without spilling its contents.
Oh.
As you see, probably the most witchy thing that y'all still have, the witch's four-legged cauldron. Fiddlesticks.
Fiddlesticks.
And it'll clank, 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 clank quite happily and sit in between Morbid and Amarius and Shuri as the era moves over to here.
Been quite a time.
We've made quite a bit of use of it. It makes serving everyone the evening meal very easy. I don't even have to carry the pot anymore.
Very glad. Would be nice if we could stay longer, but I suppose a night would be more desirable in this situation.
You are all welcome, of course. You've given us quite a bit. If you would like to help, I could get some of the townsfolk together, or do you have any supplies that you'd like to donate to us to make use of for the moment?
Let's see. Well, I can
You get
definitely.
to open your bag of holding, it explodes outwards with the high pressure of gold that's in there. Or wait, all the gold's in crates on the ship, actually.
Yeah. Definitely more offer my own abilities and skills again. I know that many hands are still needed to keep this place running. Of course, I would not assume to speak for my compatriots.
Yeah, I mean, basically, they'll take anything you guys can spare. They're majority a farming and hunting community. A few people do have jobs like the blacksmith, who does have to make regular trips out to and sort of an exposed quarry that they've been carving out themselves over the past couple years. It's a very simple existence. It lacks almost in entirety any of the magical banalities that you've come to appreciate, especially living in some place so far in the future like Nobani, where they get so much of the the Galarian trade through that port. This is a bunch of people living in secret, hiding from the government, sharing resources amongst each other and helping each other survive by everybody doing what they can when they can. And as he's talking and explaining, he'll even like share the anecdote that last time one of the party offered their services, and basically the town bid on each of them, and one of the services was watching somebody's kids while they worked. Any help is always appreciated. if you guys would like to do anything over the course of the day or offer them any monetary or physical help.
Definitely helping with some excavation again, as well as being able to ship water and all.
I would like, Bulwark would like a reminder why we are here.
Well, more or less assisting for the day before returning back to Mother. Hopefully when she will have a answer for us before we leave.
I don't mean to keep you. If all you came for was to deliver our warning, we're grateful. But
I enjoy the company here, and spending a day here does not bother me. I'm very happy to lend a hand.
I just wanted
Although-
to figure out what to do with myself.
Oh,
I understand this is killing time.
Well, I mean, I will say, if you don't have to do anything. We come here sometimes and we help out because they helped us in a time of need, which you weren't there for, so you wouldn't have any real, like, deep connection.
I'd come to get to know some of them if you like.
We
I want
washed
to
up
kill
his.
something. Do they want me to kill anything?
They might.
Are you a good hunter?
Actually, yes.
I'm sure they would
I
appreciate
look.
immensely.
if
Yeah,
you
I say
if you'd
there you
like to
go.
hunt, if you'd like to hunt an evening meal for us, I rarely get to go bow hunting with a companion. I would appreciate it.
Sure. I'll do that.
All right. Morbid will somewhat eagerly, for those of you that know him, uh, turn on his heel and move back inside. You see him sheath the large longsword above the bar, into the sheath above the bar, and retrieve a more worn and recently used looking bow and leather quiver, and return outside. He'll give Elsa a quick kiss and uh, tell her to give you guys jobs if you need them or are interested, and he'll lead Volwork south towards the forest, explaining uh, the types of fauna that you have in this area. With this many people, he's hoping to find and bring down a wild horse.
Sounds good.
And basically the way this will work, same as last time, if you guys do want to help, you can choose a relevant ability and roll that skill or weapon or tool or whatever it is to help, and that will affect how the village continues to view you, and how much they want to help you and treat, and how well they treat you, and all that good reputation-based stuff. So Volwark, do you have a longbow, shortbow, crossbow that you use?
No, I do not. I've got hand axes as my only ranged weapon.
Hell yeah. All right. Are you going to hunt at range with hand axes, or would you ask Morbid to give you a bow? He would offer you a woodsman's bow.
Sure.
Okay. Why don't you import whatever bow you'd like to Volwark sheet and make me a roll with it?
Ah, ordered the proficiency, not the weapon. Okay.
Okay. With a 14, you do hit the horse. You don't bring it down, but with Morbid's help, he does also land an arrow, and you guys are able to track it to where it falls over the course of the next half hour due to blood loss. And the pair of you can start bringing it back.
Cool.
as he'll commend you on landing it with, quote, that old, crusty bow. I was gonna say piece of shit, but I decided he wouldn't swear that hard in front of a person he just met.
Tell him about how in the military, Warlock was trained to use any kind of weapon, for there have been many situations where he has had to pick up some random weapon off the ground and use that.
He'll give you a really and produce his own hunting knife, asking you to demonstrate.
Okay, what does he want me to do with this?
Prove proficiency in whatever way Bulwark would want. Throw it at a tree or
Okay.
do something cool with it. Entirely up to you. But he's just like an old soldier who, like, he'll share that he gave it up after he reached a certain rank due to not, you know, being able to be on the ground anymore, and rather than become an officer, he retired.
Alright, in that case, Warlock picks out a soft-looking tree. Does the thing where he, like, tosses the knife in the air a bit and catches it by the tip of the blade, and then
Yeah.
hurls it into the tree.
Fuck yeah. He'll nod and raise his eyebrows, impressed. They only trained me with the weapons they wanted me to have. I'm glad I never went up against you. Where did you serve? And he'll go and retrieve his knife.
I'll tell him a little bit about army life. I think the front he served like on this continent to the west,
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Yeah. On the side of... Did
I
you
don't know.
serve Fainrune, the wizards, or Gallerstub, the artificers?
Oh, I think he served whichever one paid him more.
Uh, that's something we should definitely nail down. You and I should talk. But he'll nod, and regardless of which side it is, he seems to respect your candor more than anything. Uh, I think you've realized that Morbid is a possible future for you as you talk to him. He's very much a soldier who has given it up for many years, but keeps the skills just because he still needs them every so often.
Yeah.
If Bulwark were to give it up and open a bar, you could see yourself becoming very much like this man. You know, if you were a foot and a half shorter and way weaker, not as incredibly overpoweringly big.
Sure.
What about the other three of you? How would you like to help the town? If you don't, we can just continue to move on to tonight.
Anybody need healing?
Always. Elsa could show you to the healer's home, where a few people are laid up. One with a fairly large axe wound, a tree felling accident. Another pair are sick with a mysterious virus that the healer has not been able to identify and therefore treat.
Hell yeah. Let me do some healing on them.
Hell yeah. You, of course, perform your magical healing, but roll me a medicine to see how well you treat them.
Is this testing my bedside manner?
A little bit. Very nice.
That could have been better.
Ever the perfectionist. All right. Is there anything specific that you would like to do with that scene, or just make sure that you're helping out in that way?
Just make sure I'm helping out in that way.
Okay.
standard manual labor jobs.
I know the blacksmith always needs help breaking up the rocks into smithable ore sizes, and we're always in need of wood if you want to go fell a few trees. Or honestly, I mean, we could use to help with in the kitchen. It seems like it's going to be a big meal tonight if Morbid and your friend are your friend are bringing back a horse.
Either of the first two sounds good to me. I'm not
Uh,
so great with cooking.
She will direct you up to actually this building here to the southwest if you want to go help out with the blacksmith. Alternatively, you can head north out of the village and cut down some trees. You would find a few other flannel wearing loggers in that area. It does seem like you would like to help with your strength and athletic ability.
I'll help the blacksmith.
Okay. Why don't you give me an athletics roll as you are given a very large sledgehammer and told to break rocks with it.
Alright.
You break a lot of those rocks. Is this cathartic, therapeutic?
Just something to keep me busy.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, and Cherie said she would help with her magical ability, shape water, carving out stone, maybe even helping Amadeus with at the quarry. But Josh is still AFK. So we will move on to tonight, where you will meet basically all of the townsfolk at the evening meal. They all array out at the many tables, and you five are invited to sit at the main table. Bibble Six goes around feeding people from or allowing them to serve themselves with the massive ladle that just sits in his head as the many families of the small village come together, and you all put in and receive back. And it's very, very nice. But in the effort of getting you out of Breel and not staying here for half the session, morning arrives, and they, Yuanchi are happy to show you out once again, as Morbid thanks you all. Uh, and Fulwark, you're surprised to see that he has a like a much nicer and well polished short bow that he presents to you in the morning.
Oh.
He only has uh 20 arrows for it, but they are also like finely made. And he'll say, "We had an extra, and we don't need anything this nice. I'm sure you'll get use of it, and maybe if you get some practice, we can bring down something bigger next time you guys all come back. Put it to good use, and you don't even have to say thanks."
You'll be happy to know this may very well kill a very large flying beast.
That would put quite a large smile on my face. If you do, bring me something. I'll hang it above the bar.
Sure. Thank you.
Like I said, no thanks required. And he'll clap you on the shoulder. Even for him, it's a little high up, and he thanks you all for the warning, and lets you know that the villagers will be talking about plans in the coming days and weeks. You guys are able to set back out towards the Green Haven, unless there's anything else you guys need to do in the village. Say your goodbyes.
Be sure to say goodbye to the little one. Not anything, no dragon.
All right. It is another 45-minute walk back to the Green Haven. Soleil is waiting for you when you arrive at your boat. She is holding your map, which I will now. I should have taken you straight to the map. Uh, whiplash between all the maps.
Where the fuck am I?
She will first tell you that this. Oh, this red X is the location of the Sapphire Dragon. Which means that the other one, almost opposite it on the map, in between northern and southern Faerun,
It's moving.
is the Emerald. Yeah, I accidentally clicked on it and it shifted halfway across the world, so I hit Control Z. Is the Emerald Dragon. And as she informs you of that, she will say as well that Mother expressed dire warnings in confronting the Crystal Dragons before knowing what side they are taking in the coming engagements, as the chromatic and metallic dragons marshal primarily against each other.
Noted. I suppose, seeing which one they chose of chromatic or metallic, then.
You trailed off. I think Discord didn't let the second half of your sentence come through.
It never does. But suppose we need to see whether or not they chose to join chromatic or metallic at that point.
I'm not sure. Yeah, that sounds right. I just I don't know if it's gonna be that simple, even.
Well, the Topaz already proved that they were more prideful and sitting on their own asses, wanting to make everyone bubbly potato slaves. Here's to hoping the next one isn't as much of an asshole.
Yeah, here's hoping. I'm sorry, my fucking keyboard is all fucked from last night, and I'm so annoyed.
From the initial spill.
Yeah.
The monster. Monster will do it to you. Gotta soak your keyboard, man.
Yeah. Well, this thing I took what took me so long yesterday is I fucking did it to all. I took all my keycaps off. I washed it, and it's still.
No, I mean, like, it sounds animalistic, but I've taken my keyboard and fully submerged it in water before.
Oh yeah.
It works.
All right. So they will give you back your map. You guys have that. Feel free to mark up the map in whatever way so that you remember which is which. And you guys are ready to set back out. Unless you want to leave your ship here for any reason.
Yeah, we're just gonna swim the entire distance and say fuck the world.
The only reason I say that is because you guys mentioned keeping both boats rather than sailing back the first ship. I'm wondering where you want to leave the first ship then. Do you want to pay for a port in Nubani or leave it like here at the Green Haven or something like that?
We'll figure that out after the hillside.
Okay.
We got bitches to kill.
All right, you all load up. Zeke will take the wheel and begin to sail. Where are you guys looking to make landfall?
Well, I guess it's
Show me a spot on the map.
probably here, like right there, so we don't have to travel as far.
Okay.
I'm good with that.
Alrighty. You all set out in the morning. Zeke is sailing the ship. Pan is ever attending to the sails. You guys are mostly free to attend to whatever whims you would like for much of the day. As you remain close to the coast and within sight of land at all times, you watch the mountain grow closer and closer, nearer and nearer until you are mere miles from its base and well within the foothills, even at the beach. As you approach within a few hundred feet of the coast, Zeke will stop the ship, drop anchor, and start lowering the lifeboats into the water so that you guys can row to shore. I know the four of you are coming, but since Kill is not here, Peniziver will accompany you.
Fair.
Unless you would like to prefer to wait, as it is late afternoon as you make landfall here.
Bulwark can't see at night, can he?
No, I'm not that kind of person.
I suppose waiting till morning then.
I do have light.
It depends if we need to be sneaky.
Also true.
Peniziver will kind of look at all of you and then point at the giant glowing swirl of magical vortexes hanging over the air that gives off more light than the brightest moon.
Fair point. We should probably just go tonight then.
It is also only afternoon. You only went 50-something of your 70-something miles. The sun is still in the sky, though it is on its way down.
Let's get hustling.
Let's go.
Ash is the key.
I work well in night operations.
I'm sure the light will be giving you plenty of sight anyway.
That helps.
Alrighty, Roo. You guys journey overland from your ship towards the mountains, heading up the gentle incline that grows steeper as you pass. And as you make your way over the ridge and down the other side of the mountain, I do at this point need survival checks. Up to this point, you are able to follow the mystical, magical vortex of light that has led you almost all the way here. But as you approach, it doesn't seem to be pouring out of a chimney or anything like that. It hovers above the mountain. I need all of you to give me a survival check as you begin searching around for the area where the hall, the bunker, the tomb, the enclave, call it what you will, is located.
We're fucking zeroing in on this bitch real fast.
Yeah. Cherie, you point to a unnatural looking cliff face, as indicating that that's probably where a hidden door would be. Bulwark and Zashi are even more keen on it and notice that there are massive stone doors 60 feet high disguised in the rock face in this area as you search around for it. With two 22s and a 17, it takes you less than a half hour to locate this area as you find it on your first pass through. And I will move you all to this map. Because of how quick you found it, it is still early evening and light outside as you make your way over to these gigantic doors. Despite their height, however, they are a normal 5-foot width.
Well,
Lanky door.
Yeah, exceptionally lanky.
Hmm. Is there anything else that seems like it could be watching the door from up higher, maybe?
Like murder holes or anything like that?
Mm-hmm.
Like a place to look out from inside? Please give me a perception.
It's click.
You don't see anything. There are these large doors, which, except for the bottom 5 feet, completely resemble the unworked stone walls of this cliff face.
Well, I suppose there's no time like the present. Shall we go introduce ourselves?
Might as well.
Can't wait.
Yeah. Alright.
Look, stacks up on the door.
Open together to just craft for them.
Ooh, fun. Oh, mine is also dead, actually. Let me make a new room.
It's time to make music. Music make you lose control. Music make you lose control.
We try again. Ambiance. Dungeon. Dungeon.
Dungeon. Welcome to Dungeon.
Alrighty, you guys approach these massive 60-foot high doors that appear to be made of a very thick stone.
Listen at the door.
Give me a perception check, please. You don't hear anything, not even the moving of air.
And check for traps.
Okay, investigation.
Less good at that.
You don't detect any traps on the door. I'll say similar to your perception, you realize that the doors are airtight, as if not even a breeze could push its way through these doors. You deduce that they may not have opened in quite some time.
How does it look like they would open?
It looks like they would swing outwards.
Is there a thing to pull on?
Yeah, both of the doors have knockers.
Yeah, and I'll pull on it.
It
Trying
is.
to not make noise.
It is heartily locked.
Ah.
Oh, that's a problem.
Please give me an athletics check as you're pulling at it to see if they just open. Anyway. Okay,
Oh my
you
God.
all but rip this door open with a massive grinding sound. You snap something that was holding these doors together that was possibly quite rotted. And both of the doors swing open. As they do, there is a sickening rush of gas out from this atrium. Anyone within 10 feet of the door, Cherie and Volwork, I need you to make me con saves.
Yay!
Versus poison.
Thank God
23.
I comedically stepped back when you pulled the door.
I'll use my once
It's a
per.
reasonable thing to do.
Okay.
There we go.
All right, both of you will succeed and are not poisoned, and you can step back and cough as the sickening gas rushes out and is diffused by the surrounding air, and you can see the large entrance hall beyond. Despite the poisonous nature of the air, there is a large lit brazier that dominates the center of the room. To the north, you can see a large set of double doors, and then on either side, two smaller doors, each of them blocked off by portcullises. Next to each of the portcullises are a pair of unlit, cold, and dusty sconces.
This reminding of the prison.
How rude.
So very impressive work.
Yeah,
Be on
good
your
job.
guard.
Something has upset this location. Curious.
I see door. I want to listen and investigate for traps.
So you can see the door, but in front of the door there is a portcullis that completely blocks it.
Ah, can't do that.
Well, seems that we have one way.
Yeah,
Why
let
is-
me.
Why is this one lit?
I'm not sure.
It's a big pit brazier, bigger than Fibblesticks.
If no one uses the door we just came in, why keep this lit?
Can I roll an Arcana? Is this a continual flame?
You can roll an Arcana. It does appear to give off heat, which is the big thing for continual flame. I would say you would recognize that, but do give me an Arcana. Despite it not being a continual flame, you can tell there is some sort of magical nature to it. Perhaps the fact that it could be sustained on very little wood and oxygen. It's hard to tell though with the 12.
Something has just been here. Maybe a hold of magic? I think. I'd be expecting guests for sure. Judging that the other doors are not open.
I will also say some doors are locked on this that aren't actually locked just because I didn't want you to accidentally click them like the portcullis doors.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Does it look like there's a way to open the portcullis?
You don't see any mechanisms immediately visible. The only things that are near the doors are the sconces.
The unlit sconces.
Mm-hmm.
Take a torch out of my pack and light it in this pit.
Okay.
I'll try lighting both of these sconces.
All right. As you light the second sconce, the portcullis will raise into the ceiling, no longer barring your passage to that door.
Look at you.
Quite the problem solver.
Yes, he is.
Seemed obvious, no?
Didn't think
I
too
do
much.
feel a little silly.
Just a touch, Elsie.
I I never claimed to have street smart.
Street smarts.
That's a good
Like
thing.
to try the door.
It is
Tears it off.
unlocked.
It just rips it off anyway.
You reveal a narrow passageway that turns after about 25 feet.
Shall we go here then?
Okay. Hold the torch in front of me with one hand, and have a great axe on my shoulder with the other. I'll go for it.
I will say, as you are moving around, it wasn't immediately clear because of this room's lit nature, but there is a sort of eerie green glow that permeates this whole area, providing dim light.
Hmm. Spooky.
Okay.
Convenient.
I love watching somebody go ee around the corner with their token. It's the funniest thing.
Squeak, squeak, squeak.
Not the tilting your character. That's so fucking funny. Volwork, a singular door can be seen at the southern end of this small room.
Okay, this fucking room also sets off my alarm bells.
And
Check for
you-
traps.
Sure. Just you're looking at the walls and the floor and the ceiling.
Yeah, checking for pressure plates, holes in the floor, spikes in the ceiling, that sort of thing.
Okay, since it's the whole room, I'll have you give perception for me.
11.
With 11, you don't see any issues. Doesn't seem to be anything out of order with this room. Very normal.
Toss the torch across the room.
Okay. It clatters. Well, how far do you throw it?
20 feet.
Okay. It clatters to the ground, and rolls another 5 feet, starting to gutter on the floor. It'll go out if you don't go and retrieve it.
I will go and retrieve it. Hit me
Okay.
with the trap.
You're fine. Nothing happens.
I don't believe it.
Listen, it's okay, Volwork. Got your back.
Might not want to stand so close to me after the gas.
I mean, I'm fine for the moment. Trust your process as you seem to be going through the motions of it.
Bulwark, if you do try that door or examine it, it does appear to be locked.
Right. Is it locked in a lockway, or just doesn't open?
It appears to be locked in a lockway. You can see a keyhole.
Okay. Turn to the rest of my group. Locks are not my expertise, at least not without being loud. Do any of you?
Hmm.
Anazeva will raise her hand. Marius also took a step forward, or was that just coincidental?
No, just coincidence.
All right. Panazivir will come over, kneel down, and make a sleight of hand check. 20. All right. There's a swift series of movements. She pulls her hand away as there's a soft clicking sound. She'll gesture as if she should pull it open, or if you want to, Volwork.
I'll wait for her to get back.
She will step back a full whatever,
Safe
however
distance.
many feet. Yeah,
Thank you.
full 20
Minimum
feet.
fireball distance.
Okay.
And then I open it.
All right, please open it. As this door swings open,
Oh.
a third level fireball spews out of a demonic face that is carved against the back wall of this room. My cat just closed himself in my room. That was crazy.
That's fine.
As it flies out, Volwark, it arcs over your head to land in the perfect center of the room,
Yeah.
Boom.
blossoming out for 20 feet in every direction. Everyone, please give me a dexterity saving throw.
Understandable.
Would anyone like to use their once per sessions before I resolve? Nah.
Nah.
Alrighty. Cherie will succeed. Amarius will succeed. Volwark will succeed. Volwark will
Okay.
fail. Zashi will fail.
Don't mind me.
Penizzer I didn't roll for.
She auto succeeds. No!
She does not. She
Panzer!
will still take half damage though. Alright, so that is 25 damage to those who failed. 12 to those who succeeded, or if your name is Penizzer.
It's going to be a great fun place.
Zashi, as the fireball hits you and you fail and you knock slightly against the wall, you come to realize that this wall here is partially fake. You can't tell exactly how, but there is some way to open a secret door right next to where you're standing.
There's like no pressure plates around.
You can make me an investigation check to attempt to figure out how to open it, since you have now discerned that it is there. Oh my goodness, with a 22.
Oh, yeah, that's good. Never mind. I almost used my knowledge from past life.
Okay, with a 22, you do see that there are a few stones that protrude still, despite you touching them, and as you pull them outwards, the door begins to slide into the side, revealing another narrow hallway.
Hell yeah.
Bullock makes a comment about this world's equivalent of Viet Cong.
I guess we're determining that Volwark fought on the side of the artificers against the mages if he's
I
encountered
guess so.
fireball traps before. While an artificer is much more likely to have a thing on the battlefield that can launch a lot of fireballs at you, it's wizards who leave glyphs and traps everywhere when they abandon a location.
Those bastards.
Those goddamn bitches.
So annoying.
Volcano
That is
bits.
shit-covered spikes.
Zashi, as you're making your way down, you can see a T-junction with a pair of doors.
God.
Do you
Pensive
want
will
to run
gesture
around the
Amarius. Do
corner
you want to
while I-
precede her, or do you want her to go first?
Should I eeny, meeny, miny, moe it?
Sure.
It's gonna be a fucking lightning bolt in this one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I try the south door first.
It should be unlocked.
Yep.
Take the dodge action.
All right. As you open this door, the mouth fizzles and crackles, and you see a spark of fire sputter to existence, and then fizzle out, almost anticlimactically, as if the fireball spell failed.
Okay. Go for the other doors.
Do you want to go around the
Is that
corner while I
normal?
open it?
You can roll Arcana. With the 25, that's not how wizard magic works. A wizard spell doesn't just fail, especially not when it's set up in a trap like this. If it was an artifice thing, if it was mechanical and there was gas that was being ignited by a spark to create this flame, it would be one thing. But that should just be a spell. A wizard who can cast Fireball can cast Fireball. No ifs or buts. It's almost as if someone is trying to fake you out with this thing and make it seem dangerous, so you close the door.
I start investigating it.
Give me an investigation. With a 24, you determine that there is a hidden hatch in the back of the demon's mouth, which you can open and is large enough for a medium or smaller creature to crawl through, revealing a hallway behind it.
Very clever.
Look at me go.
Nope, nobody opened that one.
No one touched.
That one's got to be the bad one.
I would imagine. Trusting both of you, as this is not anywhere my skill set. Climb on in.
All right, Zashi, you find the back of a secret door and are easily able to open it. A large pool of blood red water can be seen in the center of this room. Leading across it are 3 wooden bridges.
What the fuck?
Seems that this hallway has allowed you to bypass the bridges as you see the door that you didn't open.
Ah.
One of these bridges would have not collapsed. I'm guessing.
I feel like they all would.
Maybe.
Just to fuck with us. I love how diabolical that is.
Does seem to be the
Well,
theme.
Hopefully, if we have to run out in a haste, hopefully we pick the right one.
I think I'd rather go the long way.
Well, sure.
Zashi, as you make your way into yet another tight corridor, you get this feeling that they will just twist and wind endlessly, as if you're delving deep into the innards of some kind of great beast.
Ah, yes, a system of caves.
System of a Down.
Where did Panazivra? Why is Panazivra over here? What the fuck?
Because Panzer decided to float away. She's got a mind of her own.
Just guarding the exit.
Fair. That's
Whoa.
normally her job.
It is. Oh, fuck.
Did we split the party?
Fuck no.
Yes. Yes.
And here? Never find each other again. That may be a corpse.
Sashi will look back and realize he has accidentally become the leader.
As God intended. You fucking animal.
Dear Lord. Always.
They twist and wind almost endlessly.
Entrails of a great beast.
It's like we're in the stomach of some great beast.
Bowels
It's
of a
like we're in
demon.
the stomach of some great beast.
What the hell is he on?
Fireworks, well. Oh! Ah!
Yes, Zashi, you
This is
locate yet
stone.
another
What do you mean
door.
it works well?
Okay, investigate, please.
What are you just looking at the door?
Looking for traps, sorry.
Okay. You look at the door trying to check for traps. Give me an investigation.
Ah.
With a 16, the door does not appear to be trapped.
Yay!
Zashi, behind the untrapped door, there's a trap. This demon head is going to spew a lightning bolt. I need Zashi, Shuri, and Volwork to make me dexterity saving throws.
Uh-huh.
I'm dying. Oh God.
Yeah. You can do so. Alrighty, all three of you will succeed. You will all take half of this number. So, ooh, nice. 14 lightning damage. As Amarius, you narrowly dodge, pulling back as Volwork gets speared.
Ugh.
I really hate this place already.
Hmm.
Mm.
I look back at everybody and I say like, "Don't worry, you all are gonna be just fine. Sorry, I stumbled us into a trap, and I'm gonna cast a masculine word."
It's fine.
Alrighty.
It's not your fault. It's just fucking cursed this place.
Alright, everybody heals for 6.
I push past rather angrily. It's fucking bullshit.
Zashi keeps going back and looking at it. Did you want to do something, Zashi?
I mean, I think I'm just curious to make sure there's nothing behind it.
Do you want to give me another investigation check for the same, like, hatch in the back of the mouth?
Yeah.
Okay.
Behind the
Give me an
hatch is
investigation.
another demon.
You're really good at that.
Lightning bolts you again.
Zashi, with a 19, you do determine that there is actually a hatch in the back of this one's mouth that could be crawled through by a medium or smaller creature.
Wait.
What's wrong?
There's a hatch behind it.
Oh, fuck. There is a way through.
Alright,
Uh,
around again.
Zashi, this room
my
contains
God.
a large pile of gold and an ornate wooden chest.
That's fucking trapped. Check the
Oh god.
Do you feel lucky, punk? No,
I'm
I
stabbing
don't.
over you.
I'm going to fuck out here.
You'll enjoy that.
And Zipper will hear Bulwark say that and come back to hang out with him, because that seems safer. You can see that there are two secret doors, one of which opens to the inside of a demon head, the other which opens to a very short hallway that ends in what appears to be the backside of another secret door.
Secret tunnel through the demon.
I look over at Amirius.
You found
No.
it.
I know. What do you think I should do with it?
I don't know. Check it for traps.
Lord.
Everything else has been trapped, so
Nothing but traps here so far.
Something traps.
Something dark side. Something complete.
That cracked me up. That just brought me back. Okay, can I check this for traps, quote unquote?
I can absolutely. What are you checking? The gold pile? The chest?
Probably the chest. Well,
Okay, are you gonna touch it to investigate it? What are you
Slap
just
your
looking
fingers
at
against
it? You're
it.
gonna sift through the gold,
Rub
check that
your
there's not any
fucking
tripwires
face
leading up to
over
it, suckle on it.
Give it a lick.
that would be weird. Fuck.
You're gonna fuck it? That's really weird.
Damn, that's intense. All right.
No. No. I'm just kind of sizing it up. I don't know. I guess I just tap the side of it with my quarterstaff.
Okay. Give it a little poke and as you're investigating it. All right, roll it. With a 17, you do not discern any traps in the gold or the chest.
I don't like the way you're smiling at the end of that sentence.
Yeah.
DC was 18.
Hmm.
It is a perfectly reasonable explanation that Zashi would determine that this is free of traps and still want nothing to do with it.
Alright, fine. Clear.
Yeah.
Going to do anything with it. I'll throw caution to the wind. Clear it if you want.
Her mother would be like, "You found a pile of gold and you didn't take it?"
What's wrong with you? Don't you like money?
Are you allergic to success as well as fame, Zashi?
Wait.
All right, what do you said you wanted to touch it, Cherie? What are you doing?
I'm looking at everyone. I'm giving you a moment to clear it out before I just throw this up.
Ben Zephyr goes back around the corner.
Go back.
She'll shut the door as well.
Can I shut this one?
It's a secret door. You don't know how to shut it once you open it. It's different. You can give me an investigate to try and shut the secret door.
Sure.
Okay.
My investigation sucks.
No, with a 14 from inside, you can figure it out.
Oh, okay.
Zashi, are you sure that you would like to move there? Okay. Zashi, you start to climb into that thing's mouth and you feel a frizz of static electricity across your knot head. High or low for favorable results?
Is she about to get a lightning bolt up the asshole or something? Like, what the fuck?
Alright, give me a d20. Okay, Zashi, you are not far enough in as it activates to take any lightning damage, as this door here is blasted apart by a particularly powerful bolt of lightning.
I'll be honest. I should have thought of that.
Cherie, what are you doing?
Seeing if it's opened or not and locked, and, you know, just... If not...
Its chest does not appear to be locked, it's slightly ajar. Enticingly ajar.
We will step to beside / behind it a little and try and lift open the lid.
Okay, it lifts open with a soft creaking sound. You can see something glittering softly inside.
Poke it a little
Maybe
with the staff.
10 somethings. Ooh, they clink like glass or gems.
Poke it a little with my staff. Make sure there's nothing else.
Seems fine. Doesn't explode. There's gold and what appear to be gemstones.
Mm-hmm. Start collecting it. Fucking...
Okay. You start picking up the gold coins, shoving them in your pockets, and nothing bad happens. After a few minutes, Benaziver comes back around the corner and opens the door to see if you exploded. When you're fine and taking gold, she'll come in, scoop up a handful.
Mm-hmm.
You can add 4,000 gold, as well as 10 gemstones, each worth 50 gold each.
Goddamn!
A drop in the bucket for you guys, but, you know.
Every drop is always appreciated.
Yeah, that's, almost a third of the ship back.
Am I putting this on the bag of holding list?
Sure.
Yes, I'm going to add that on.
Okay. Shuri has got it on the bag of
Okay,
holding.
dope.
Alright. I will reopen the secret door that Ameris is hiding behind.
Secret tunnel.
And everyone's alive and good.
Ooh.
Congratulations, newbies, on your first payday.
True.
Thanks.
Hooray.
Noob's getting money.
Who doesn't like money? Gold, gold, golden gems. Well, that wasn't as bad as we were expecting. Nothing else at the bottom, nothing else underneath. No. Which way next? The doorway with Emilius? Who wants to lead us to the next bountiful game? Sashi?
If the layout is to be believed, that leads to somewhere we've been. So we go this way.
Does someone else want to lead the way, or shall I?
I will lead the way and all of you stay one bend behind me.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Sick of this.
Okay, full work. As you reach this point in the T-junction, you can see the backside of a secret door here, and a tunnel that continues north.
Yeah, I'll open this.
This reveals a 10-foot wide corridor. First, not narrow corridor. You can see another set of double doors here and a single door here.
See double doors. Probably important. I'll try them.
Okay.
Check for traps.
Sure. With the 20, you will not find any traps. You will notice that these doors are, presumably airtight. They seem to be constructed similarly to the entranceway doors. There was something you noticed before. I will point it out again.
Yeah.
They do
I'm
not appear to be
suspecting
locked.
Gas trap.
Would you like to preemptively hold your breath?
I was gonna suggest Mirius open them.
Ah!
Genius at work.
You said you don't breathe, right?
Correct.
This is going to be gas again. Maybe you should do this.
What I recall, the last one dissipated in the open air. We won't be so lucky inside. I'll pop the door open.
Alright, feel free to do so. As you open this door, both of them burst open. As a massive ball of molten magma dominates the entirety of this room, higher than you are tall. As soon
This ain't
as one
poison.
door opens, both of the doors swing open and the lava begins to flow outwards. I need everyone to roll initiative.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
What is it?
It's lava.
Oh,
Just lots of lava.
run!
Lava, lava, lava,
Just
lava.
All right. Cherie, you hear a surprised exclamation and the word lava. I will say the square directly in front of you, Amarius, as you open the door, is what prompted you. You are 5 feet. There's lava within 5 feet of you. Cherie, what would you like to do?
I think I'll be taking my leave.
Okay.
Start shuffling, so 10, 20, 25, my last 35 is wood elf, and just a little dashy dash over to here.
Little classic dashy dashy dash. All right.
That's
Clearing
me.
the way.
That's me.
All right. Amarius, you're able to turn on your heel.
Yeah, so You know what? I'll do this for our own sake. I'm actually gonna run to this door and see if it opens.
Yeah, it is unlocked.
Alright, cool. And then I will dash. Come in here. That's 40. 60.
Okay.
Shut the door. Shut the door. I opened a different one to give it an easier path. Should buy us time.
Bulwark. Amarius squeezes by you all, difficult terrain for each of his allies' squares, and shouts something about closing the door.
Alright, I'm gonna try and close this one.
Okay, I do need an investigate from you since you have not closed one of the secret doors yet.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
A 10.
A 10 is not enough. You cannot figure out the mechanism.
If everyone's difficult terrain, then I would have to stop here instead.
Okay.
I don't know how to close this one. Then I go back. Actually, I'm gonna go this way. Dash.
Okay.
Start heading in this direction.
Alrighty. On initiative count 10, the lava will flow. You will all see lava spread 10 feet down the hallway. As it gets to the doorway here, you are immediately very thankful that the lava does not move diagonally. As it is still continuing to flow outwards, you have just a few seconds to close the door. Zashi, it is your turn.
Okay, I want to try to close the door.
You have opened several of the secret doors and are the first to discover the mechanism. I will say that you can close this door successfully. With a rapid bit of stone movement, you slide this door closed, and just a few drops of magma squeeze through and rapidly begin to cool as they pool towards your feet, but can't quite reach you. And you breathe a sigh of relief. And then you realize that the magma is still flowing. You can still hear it. And Amarius opened another door for it.
It's fine.
It's definitely fine.
Every end of life. This place keeps getting more and more fun by the second.
Well, shall we continue?
Well, somehow, yes.
Damn mages. Uh-huh. These fucking crossbows.
Volwark.
Well, my bad.
This long corridor contains 4 alcoves, each of which holds a man-sized statue.
Statues.
Statues.
Hmm.
As a soldier, you would recognize ceremonial Faerunian armor carved onto these stone man-sized statues.
How is this a trap? Give one of these a jab with my weapon.
Are you genuinely attempting to attack stone, or are you trying to provoke a reaction?
I'll like poke it in the arm to see if the arm moves.
It doesn't. No, the arm does not move. It is a stone statue's arm. If you want to give me an invest, was that the 10 investigation for? Oh no, that was for the door.
The door.
If you'd like to investigate, you're welcome to, or
Yeah.
if you're looking for mechanisms or something like that. With the
Trying to
19,
figure out how these statues are going to fuck me up.
the only way you think that the statue could move is if it is an already animated stone thing that can move without the stone cracking. Unless these things are golems that are holding perfectly still, you should be fine. You will notice with a 19 that all of the swords that they hold are particularly sharp. As if they could be used sharp.
Stone swords?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I want to try and crush one of them.
I'm gonna say you put quite a bit of your strength into it to try and like pull one of the swords out or crush the hands that are holding it, and they are fairly tough to the point that it could even be that you could not that they might be magically protected.
Yeah, I think is. There's a series of statues in here that are 90% going to attack us.
Ah, I mean,
Great.
if there's a way through, maybe, but maybe another door that we're not seeing in there?
I mean, at least it's finally something we can hit back, right?
I'm going to hit it first. I'm gonna swing a great axe full force at one of these statues.
Okay, it hits, and there is a particularly loud reverberating sound as the metal of your axe rings, striking magically
+1
enchanted
great axe.
stone. Okay, neither the stone or the great axe are damaged. As magic collides with magic.
Alright, I'm gonna walk down this hallway and eat shit. Ready to back me up.
All right, Bulwark. I would say that you're definitely aware that there's some kind of trap here.
It's so obvious.
Why don't you walk as you would choose to?
Walk this way!
I will be taking a dodge action
Okay.
as I go forward.
All right. Yeah, taking a dodge action is yeah. Since you're aware of the trap, you are prepared to dodge it. So as you pass these two statues, just as you finally determine, like, I guess they're not going to do anything, and you start to turn away, the first moment that your back is exposed to them, the blades swing up and attempt to stab you in the back. They both make attacks with disadvantage. The first one gets a 21. The second one gets a 9.
21 hits.
Okay, that is going to be 12 slashing as one of them gets you, and you dodge completely out of the way of the other one.
Spin around, ready to fight back, and I assume they are statued again.
Mm-hmm. As soon as you are past them, they are fine. You
So
see
that's how it
another
is.
2 to your south.
Don't know how to disarm this. If you walk past them, they're going to swing at you.
I will say, Cherie, you did mention something about looking for another door. Do you want to give me a perception?
I do, as this is a very long hallway. Might be something around here.
Okay. Your perception will be done from wherever you're standing. With an 11, you do not see anything from that current spot.
Right. Shall we try going back to back, Amelius?
If you think it could help.
It might. Just be ready to do
Yeah. Holding my double blade. Also, take the dodge action as I move carefully with Shuri.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be walking backwards to see if that would somehow help.
Shuri, you actually get stabbed when you enter that square as you're walking backwards.
That's hilarious.
So we'll resolve yours first.
Alright.
Yours are still at disadvantage because you're aware of the trap and are ready to dodge.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 20 and a 17.
I would shield against that.
Okay. Will that block both of them?
Yes, because I have 16. The shield would put me at 21 just.
Okay. Amarius, you see Shuri, you see and hear Shuri get stabbed, and as you take one further step, they are going to swing at you.
I haven't moved yet. They swung at Shuri, and now I have a different crazy idea.
Oh, please.
I fall backwards onto my back so I can stare up at them and slide along the floor.
No back presented ever.
How vulnerable do you imagine someone is when they're falling? Is a falling person a prepared person to dodge? I wonder.
Well, falling prone in D&D gives advantage to attack.
Amarius, high or low for favorable results? Because I had not considered
always
falling
high.
on your back while between them and rolling on your... like, crawling. Give me a
That's how
d20,
it-
Well,
please.
I obviously
Distract
can't turn around while stood up because I'd have to turn my back to one of them if I do it while I'm standing.
Right.
So, my thought process is if I just put my back to the ground.
No, yeah, I love this. Give me a d20. We're looking for high.
17.
Okay, Amarius, you fall down and start to kind of worm yourself using your ankles and hands to push yourself almost crab style along the floor. And the statues don't immediately swing at you as you pass them,
Fail.
looking up at them from upside down. You are no longer holding your blade at this point, though.
Yeah. I get to here and then I pick myself up.
Okay.
Alright, if it works.
You know, I really thought I was just going to get stabbed the moment I hit the floor.
You all witnessed this, and it's hard to say if it's a fluke or if it's a good strategy.
Time to figure out if it is. I crab walk through.
Okay, bulwark, high or low? Yeah, I've decided that's how I'm gonna deal with this.
Sure.
There's an answer.
Hi.
Alright. Okay. The statues remain unmoving as you crab walk your way through, keeping your eyes on them the whole time. See, this is what they should have done in Doctor Who.
With the angels, yeah.
Alright.
Do the, like, blink with one eye and then blink the other eye. In turn.
Volwork, as you get to this position, you can hear a sound that we, as real-life people, would associate with, like, a ceiling fan. A woof of something moving the air slowly. And perhaps other machinery, low, almost as if, like, you feel the rumble in the wall when you put your hand on it more than you hear it.
Like a small windmill.
Perhaps a spinning blade we have to jump through.
Alright, it
Uh,
worked for me. It worked for Warlock. I'm going on the ground again.
all right, I'm gonna need another d20.
Clearly, this is the strat.
I mean, it gives you a 50% chance of not getting stabbed. All right, with an 8, these ones are gonna swing at you.
Not the legs.
A 10 will miss, and a 9 will miss. Even though as you fall back, they swing, because of your fall, they miss. And you're able to crawl through them, Marius. This is the dumbest shit I've ever seen.
This is
I
peak
love it
D&D.
so much.
Oh
Oh,
I
goodness.
don't think it's working anymore.
I want you to take character inspiration for the initial idea, Marius. Please mark that on your sheet. Zashi, are you gonna attempt to pass the first gauntlet? Do you want to search around? Do you want to try something else? Do you want to try this strategy? Do you have Misty Step, Zashi?
Actually, I don't think I have it prepared. If I do have it,
Hmm. I don't think clerics
I
get Misty Step.
kind of want to look around. Zashi would not. She would not undignify herself to crab walk.
Mm-hmm. 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 That's not godly.
I'll search around here as well.
Okay.
I don't know. I start tapping the walls.
Okay. Give me a perception to attempt to locate anything that you have not yet spotted, both of you.
Wait. I want to do a knowledge from a past life.
Okay. D6. Alrighty. Zashi, you're tapping around, and as Zashi's tapping, Shuri, you're looking at the hallway, and you hear something from Zashi's tapping that she doesn't seem to notice. And you go, wait, go back to that wall. This one right here. It sounded hollow. Zashi, with Shuri's help, you can get an investigation at advantage to try and locate the secret door that Shuri seems sure is there. With a 25, you are more than able to find it and open it, revealing a bypassed corridor.
Aha!
Oh, there they go.
This is open, or
You are able to open it without a check.
hey guys.
What?
Oh,
And did you do
Sorry.
that?
I found the way to get around the trap. A little too late though.
don't worry about it. That's our fault.
Shuri, are you still backwards?
Nope.
Okay.
Next time I'll do more tapping on the walls.
Dodge action.
Alrighty. That's a 15 and an 11.
Thankfully, those were both miss.
Alright, you're safe. Zashi. Numerous spinning blades obscure the path through this long room. And you can hear more through the wall to your west.
Bulwark, you called it. Come get a look at this.
Oh, what the fuck?
I will say the first 10 feet of this room are safe. Any further south, you will need to begin making your way and dodging the spinning death before you.
Alright, Zashi, find the shortcut.
How low to the ground are these blades?
They occupy the I'll say they're at varying heights. So the ones on the wall are at about waist height for most of you. The spinning blades in the middle overlap slightly and have varying heights from ankle to neck height. However, the ceilings in this room, as in all of the corridors, are 20 feet high. So if anyone has the ability to fly, you could theoretically go right over them.
See, this just seems impractical for everyday living space.
I want to baseball swing my +1 great axe at this blade. See how if it would be possible to stop it spinning with force.
I will ask before you do that, has Volwork ever seen adamantine before?
Hmm.
I don't know.
Okay. Give it a swing. You hit it at a slightly bad angle, and your great axe almost bounces off with the force of this thing swing. It has an incredible amount of torque behind it, and it
Gotcha.
appears to be made out of a bluish silver metal. Appears far stronger than your steel.
Just testing.
Of course. Anyone who is looking at the spinning death can make me an intelligence check, straight intelligence, to attempt to determine any pattern.
Let's check this hallway real quick for secondary secret doors within secret doors.
Sure. You don't find anything, Shuri.
No?
Nothing is visible to you in your current position with the 17.
With a spinning death. Oh wow.
And I will say the intelligence checks are individual, because it's one thing to see the pattern. It's definitely another to have someone try and tell you the pattern of spinning blades.
Yeah.
This is entirely fine.
Penziver makes a flapping motion with her hands and looks questioningly at any of you.
I'll use magical secrets for that one to roll that.
Okay. None of you see a path through. Or the three of you do not see a path through. I'll have Penziver make an attempt. Straight intelligence. Oh my god.
Wow.
She really is just our sexy fucking thief in the night.
Mm-hmm. Penziver gives a like, hold on a minute motion, and she's going to take a few cautious steps forward. Since she succeeded on her intelligence, we will not take half damage on a success. She will take no damage on success. So basically this sets up that the attempt to, there are two checks, one to identify the pattern and another to move through the room. If you do successfully identify the pattern, it's you only get damage on a fail. If you do not identify the pattern, it's half damage on a success. So I'll have her roll acrobatics as Penziver tries to get through the room. With an 18, we've all seen spy movies. As she begins to backflip and handspring her way through the spinning death, bouncing off of the wall at a few points. She nimbly makes her way through, rounds the corner, comes back, and mouths another one
Yeah.
before attempting to continue her way through.
Damn. Okay. Shit.
You know, the last trap had a way around it. Surely. Surely.
Yes. The way around this one is to fly over it.
But like another way for those
Surely.
non-flying things.
Right, for not wizards, because they want all the not wizards in here.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, the other one, they just walked through. They just had a fucking hallway.
One of them is just
That's a
room
very
full of
not
lava.
wizards path. What about wizards who can't cast fly, huh?
No losers allowed.
I love arguing with the DM in character voice.
Bargaining.
Would you guys like to say fuck it and leave?
Does anyone have like a pickaxe?
It's just like, this is gonna chop us up into little pieces. That won't feel good.
Like, alright though.
I have a pickaxe.
That's true. You do have a pickaxe.
For real?
I'm sure we'll reach into her bag and pull it out and offer it to Bulwark and Amiris if they want it.
We could just try breaking a wall.
Shall we?
Oh my god.
Sure. I'll try digging through this.
That is
much-
so funny.
How much give the wall has?
It's a worked stone wall, so you give it a hefty slam, and it takes off a very small chunk of the tile brick.
We got time.
I mean, what else are we going to do? Walk into the fucking blender?
Alright. Go find something to do while I work on this.
Bulwark,
Could
you.
step aside a bit?
What's the matter, buddy?
It's gonna
That's
take you
next to Bulwark.
significant time to mine. As I'm not sure how far through the wall you're gonna go.
I'm just like sweeping away any bits of rock and stuff that break off.
Pull up.
It's very clear that the DM does not want this.
You are free to do whatever you would like. I'm just letting you know this might take like more than like to mine directly through straight stone. Y'all did like takes a really long time. You remember that story about the guy who got rid of a mountain over the course of his life?
Mm-hmm.
Because his
Yeah.
wife died. That took him a lifetime. And people laughed at him because of how long it would take. I just want you to know this is going to take significant amount of time. I'm quickly Googling how long it takes to mine out a 10 by 10
5
cubic
foot of
space. I guess it's true if you're just making like a crawl space. it would
And some
take
of
less
this is
time.
workstone, right? So it's break the mortar. You're through the slabs of stone. Unless it's
Oh, well, here's
carved.
two people at the peak of human strength.
Between the two of you, yeah, with two 20 strength people.
Taking
All right,
turns
give
so
me,
that-
roll me an athletics, one of you at advantage.
I
believe
feel
we
like
have the
that's more
same.
Volvork's thing, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it will be the same.
All right. Well, at 26, that's a major success. I'm gonna say roll me 2d20 for the number of hours it's gonna take.
Lamau.
Okay, because you got a 26, I'm gonna cut that number in half and say it's gonna be 13 hours. As you begin to mine straight through the wall.
This is a lot of work for... This might not even be the way. Do we want to check out every other option?
Well, back towards the magma and other things.
Well, if you recall, when we first came in here, there were 3 doors. We took the right one.
This is
Who
true.
knows where the other 2 lead?
At the same time, we are kind of leaving Panzerva fucked over there.
It's a little bit fucked
Well,
over there.
she's got to come back. Either way, she's kind of cut off.
We should just like shout, "Don't worry, Panzer will be over there in about 13 hours."
She cannot shout back. There is a frustrated sounding clatter of a weapon against stone. And you guys begin. Are you gonna mine through the night? No
No,
restful activities.
no, no.
We can take shifts.
This is so funny. We looked at your trap and we said, we just don't really feel like it.
Yeah, we don't
Just don't
feel
wanna
like
deal with
dying. We just don't want to fucking die.
Mm-hmm.
Nah.
That's totally fair. Alright, so it'll either be night tomorrow when you finish, or you can stop. But if you stop after the next, like, let's say 2 hours, when it's evening and start a long rest, there will be about 10 hours left of pickaxing to get through the wall. So if you do decide to continue through the night, none of you are gonna get exhaustion or anything yet, because you all have at least +1 to your con, and this would all just basically be part of your adventuring day, because you spent so much time on a ship, basically not doing anything before this. So do you guys want to each work 2 hours of a night shift? Well, no, I mean, mining through a wall is not a restful activity, so you cannot mine while taking a long rest. So are you going to stop for a long rest, or are you going to go for it?
I
It's
mean,
not like
I
it gets
only
dark
need
down
4
here.
hours of rest.
Mm-hmm. Right, you and Cherie are unique, but Cherie is not. Or I guess Josh. I guess Volwork is unique in needing to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And you know, if someone else wants to contribute, like, I mean, I can loan them my gauntlets of vulgar power, and then they can be strong and hit wall.
I can probably do that.
For real though, do we just want to like come back to this later after exploring other routes?
I don't really.
Okay, so if you guys are gonna mine through the night, then you'll only have a few hours to do it the next day. So if you guys would like to double back and spend the last few hours before you would normally take your long rest to go back and explore stuff, you're welcome to.
I suppose we
Well,
can go
I don't
look.
know if we do need to mine through this.
Let's
It's
go
a great
look.
point.
Already looked through the
Honestly,
hole.
the only
Let's.
person on the other side can't really tell us if it's
Yeah.
if we should go that way.
Yeah, it's real unfortunate that she got such good rolls and then you guys decided not to go. But oh well. If you come back and yell, she'll try and make her way back out.
Just don't feel like taking 50 damage, you know?
Totally fair.
Like,
Uh,
at this point, I think a better plan would be to run through this trap screaming and then long rest on the other side.
No. Fuck no. You can go for it right now if you like, but I am not doing
I
it.
don't want to.
I
But that'll
don't
be
want to
better
be
than
chopped into
mining.
little pieces.
This drop is unique in that it doesn't feel like there's a way to not get chopped up at looking at our builds.
Should have been wizards.
yeah,
Yes,
everybody
you're right.
failed
We
the
should have hired
intelligence
one
check.
of the wizards instead of you. How thoughtless of us.
We got the old man. Should got the old war crimes old man.
True.
Literally the opposite of Volwork, the war crimes wizard and soldier from Faerun, or soldier who hates wizards.
Yep, that would have been
All right.
pick.
It looked like Shori and Zashi started to walk back through the dungeon, but then came back. So what's the plan? What's happening?
Yeah, we walk back through the dungeon.
All right.
You can explore if
free.
you want. I'm gonna stay here and keep hitting this in case it turns out to be the right way.
Hell yeah.
Sure.
I don't know if it'll ever be the quote right way.
You come get me if there's a better option.
Gladly. Oh,
Ah! I see.
Yes, Bulwark. The magma is slowly beginning to harden, and this far down the room, down the twisting hallways, it has slowed considerably. But as you watch, it does still appear to be continuing forward, and doesn't look like it will dry for several more hours.
This is going to get blocked off eventually.
something the matter.
Yeah, the magma.
Fuck.
Split the party!
You guys are all fucking split. It's crazy.
Like rats in a maze.
I'm going to get such
Not like
the
rats.
day.
Rats in a trap.
While I'm chipping at this thing, I will take a moment to actually look. No, these blades make no sense to me. I'm not going through them.
I light another torch, I light these sconces.
Okay, you light the sconces. You've already figured out that puzzle. You do it. Juba jaboo, juba jaba. Dynamic lighting. Remove. Door. Unlock.
So far it mirrors the other side, which is bad news.
Bulwark.
Oh.
A large pit sits in the center of this room. Over it, a heavy metal grate can be seen. The southern end of the room, there is a door.
What about the middle doors? Surely that's... You think
Something the
side
matter?
rooms are pointless?
Then? Let you open those doors. Come on.
Yeah, Amaris, you just get left in another place that's full of death and horror. Unfortunately. This time somebody finds you in 100 years with a pickaxe crusted in your hands.
Just whining away. Check this central door for traps.
Sure, give me an investigation. Appear to be unlocked wooden doors.
Hmm. Hmm.
They are large and double.
I grasp either handle. My big hands. Push
Okay.
them forward
Okay.
to swing the doors on their...
All right. About 50-foot long hallway terminates in another set of double doors. These ones are wood edged in stone and steel, similar to both the entryway doors and the doors to the lava room.
Oh.
Alright. Some fucking giant steel ball is going to come out of those.
I mean, would you like to find out?
Yep. Stand there. Do not move.
Yes, sir.
Volwark would make an excellent helldiver. He would shoot every single hell bomb.
This is why we brought Volwark. Everyone else is like, yeah, they could figure it out, but he can just break shit.
He's just gonna activate every trap and be like, ah, yes.
We did say we needed a meat man, so...
Mm-hmm.
Alright. I check for traps, I guess.
Sure. Investigation.
Not that I can see the trap behind the door.
9 does not determine that the doors are trapped.
Alright, what if I open it just a little bit?
You can certainly try.
Like as if I was peeking.
Yeah, absolutely. Why don't you get really close to it to peek?
How about I stand here and I pull out my halberd
Uh-huh.
and I try to like push the door.
The door does pull outwards, so you could hook it
pulls.
perhaps with your halberd.
Yeah, I'll try to do that.
Okay. It takes a couple tries, but you hook it. You give it a hefty heave. Why don't you open both of those doors?
Sure, hit me. Oh, it is the
Uh,
same room.
You found the lava room again. There's less pressure this time, but the lava now finds a new direction and begins to flow.
I calmly walk away.
Uh, well, let's see real quick. You're the only one. Let's
Oh,
see if
yeah,
you rolled
sure.
higher than a 10 for initiative.
Yeah.
Okay, you are good to run and close this door before the lava gets too far. And thankfully, it does appear to move slower than it did previously.
Yeah. Walk storms past three. It's lava again. This way.
Oh, good work. Right. Yes, the wall. You sure you don't want to go through it?
I will go through the blades first.
Very well.
Now what's up with this?
This is like a grate in the middle?
Yeah, so you can see that there's a deep pit, and there's a grate set over it, and there's doors to the south. There's a door to the south.
I test the door to see if it's locked.
It is locked.
Yeah, figures. Okay.
Maybe we have to pee 1,500 gallons down this grate.
Mm-hmm.
Why was I like literally going to say the same thing?
Mm.
Would you like to entertain the exploratory part?
I'm waiting for Zashi to find the secret door that goes around this.
I am afraid that not everything can be solved with secret doors or, creating one.
I'll look around out here. I'll search around this hallway in the corners here, like if there is another door. Question mark.
Sure, give me a perception check. With a 19, you cannot see anything in the hallway or in the room.
Does that grate lift up?
You weren't particularly looking at the. You weren't looking. At
Oh no, I'm posing the question to Zashi.
Oh, got it.
I reach down and try and pull out.
It doesn't seem to pull, but it does give as you place your hand rather easily, as if it would swing downwards. So if anyone were to accidentally step on it, it would just give way right underneath you.
I push down on it with my hand from the side.
It immediately swings fully out to the side, and even though you just like pushed on it, it takes a second for you to catch yourself on the edge and not fall face first down into a pit of darkness. You can see spikes at the bottom.
Oh, fun.
The world's most obvious pit trap. You see.
Spike pit. Cool. Well,
Alright, walk into the room.
Okay.
Just kidding.
Well, I literally almost went, what the hell? Zashi, you're standing in front of a locked door.
Locked how?
this locked door is really annoying. Does it? Yeah, locked how?
Is it with a key? Well, the key isn't there, but there's a lock.
Hmm.
It's a keyhole.
Resident lockpicker is trapped
Mm-hmm.
elsewhere.
Okay, Amarius will get to her in roughly 13 hours.
Alright.
Jesus God.
Alright. Horse this time.
Whoever that is.
Horse this time? What?
Force. I pull out the axe.
Ah.
Move Zashi out of the way.
Okay. Okay. Give me an athletics to smash down the door.
I, the player, think there's going to be some kind of Looney Tunes hammer that will whack me and then throw me down the
Yes.
hole.
I mean, you're like 4 for 5 on predicting traps. So, as soon as Zashi steps out of the way, and you make it up to the door, you easily smash this first door to pieces. It looked old and poorly made anyway. The door behind it is slightly reinforced. It's still old, but it does appear to have iron bands around the edges, and the lock seems a little bit nicer.
Oh. Okay, this is gonna be harder to break into. Check for traps.
Investigation.
4.
You don't see any traps.
I will try to simply open it.
It is locked.
Alright. Do another athletics.
All right.
Worse.
That will meet the DC of this door as you crack through the center of it, and as you pull the axe out with a heavy booted foot planted against it, it falls inwards.
What? Oh my fucking god.
This time, the door is banded with steel and does not appear to be in disrepair. It actually looks like it may have even been oiled within the last few months.
I don't check for traps. I run at this door and would rage if I was a barbarian.
I'll
And
give
I
you
yell-
advantage on this athletics as you're charging at it. A 16 slams heavily into the door, damaging it, but does not even crack all the way through the heavy wood.
Like, start kicking it in frustration.
This is a much more well-made door. You will need to change something about what you're doing to be able to break it in this way. Do you have a crowbar in your possession?
Nope.
I produce a crowbar and held it towards Bulwark. Perhaps the hinges.
Thanks. This will work better.
It's true.
Right.
It feels like fucking boyfriend-girlfriend situation where it's just like, ah, yes, I have everything that he needs, but he won't ask until he needs it.
Kinda.
Okay. You now have advantage if you're using the crowbar.
Yep. I pry.
21 will succeed. You pry this door off, and it falls inwards.
Uh-huh.
This door is edged with what appears to be a mix of perhaps adamantine and mithril, or a very fine, almost blued steel. This door is entirely made of metal.
I'll give it a pry.
Okay. 24 is not going to be enough.
Yeah.
You are one short. If only you had a bardic inspiration. Or a guidance.
This one
You
is
use
too
your
tough.
knowledge from a past life. 50% of the party has those, right? 50% chance you have that, right, Fulwork?
Yeah, yeah. Of course.
How angry are you when you come out of the hallway unable to break this last door?
I look like I want to bend the crowbar, but it doesn't belong to me, so I'm not doing that.
Thank you.
And I give it back.
So, did you try the handle?
Slowly turn around. Is that door locked?
Yes.
It's probably locked. Like the rest.
I would have laughed my ass off if that final door just for insult to injury was unlocked at the very fucking end.
That would be so fucking funny.
Okay,
I wish I was a better DM. That would have been so fucking funny. I should have just said yes. Should have just said it was unlocked.
Well, should we cut our losses and we're back? If we can.
Let's take a look around. See if there's anything else on the sides here.
Hmm.
Anything on the side walls that I might take notice of?
Sure.
I'll use magical guidance just for fuck it.
Okay. You don't see anything. I'll say with a 22, you're fairly certain the hallway continues past this doorway for at least another 5 feet, 10 feet, maybe, in that direction.
Is there a bigger fucking door behind that?
Might be another door.
Hmm.
The fabled perpetual door trap.
You have no
Infinite
idea.
door glitch. Players hate
Wanna-
this one neat trick.
I wanna drop my torch down this manhole and
Okay.
see if it illuminates some kind of like passage down there.
It is a 40-foot drop down this pit. You can see rocks protruding from the side at odd angles, almost. And as the light falls down, you realize they're not natural rocks protruding. They're bricks placed so that someone falling will hit their arms and legs and head even as they're falling.
Nasty.
Yeah. This is a particularly dangerous trap. And as the light falls, you see that what Zashi took to be sharpened sticks at the bottom are actually a plethora of broken bones.
Fair enough.
It appears at least 2 or 3 people have fallen and died.
How? How did? Why?
You know, curiosity gets the better of
Some
people.
people are dumber than us.
Would you like to give me an intelligence check, Bulwark?
I think those skeletons know something we don't. There's something down there.
Yeah, jump in.
Is that a good idea?
With the 21, it's definitely not a good idea to jump in. You presume that those people were probably thrown in to test how effective it is at killing people.
Oh.
It's also possible that this was originally disguised in some way and is no longer due to time or some other thing.
Oh, do these, like, bits of rubble around the manhole look like they might have once been part of the tile?
It's of the same stone, certainly. The time has rendered them slightly smooth on the edges.
It looked to Cherie. I'm going in the hole.
You know,
With the 21, you do not think this...
there's something about that statement, along with the fact that I can't lift you out of there.
Got a rope.
And I'm going to pin it to my bodice. What would I?
To the gaps in this thing.
I start pulling out pythons, a hammer, as well as a rope. Anchor it first, Bulwark.
Alright. We do everything in our power to make the rope as secure as possible.
I have
Okay.
pitons. I have a hammer.
Just like all 10 of them, you just start hammering and tying the rope around it, and then hammering and tying the rope around it. You use almost 15 feet of the rope to secure it to the stone floor and wall.
Alright. And then I coil it around one arm and I will climb down carefully.
Never say I didn't come
okay.
prepared for you.
Give me an athletics check to climb, since this is a dangerous trap that has protruding rocks and things of that nature.
Advantage because rope?
No, but the DC is only slightly higher than a normal rope climbing check.
Sure.
Yeah, 24 is more than enough. You're wearing armor and a heavy helmet, and even if you knock your head once or twice, you barely feel it. You're able to climb all the way down to the rope. There is a soft crunch as you look down and you realize you accidentally put your foot through a skull. The skull is smaller than your foot. These
Can I
bones appear
identify what
very
kind of
old.
race?
Sure, give me a medicine check.
I was worried you'd say that.
No.
Okay. Is that all there is to it? Just a pit?
There appear to be bones, and a few scraps of rotted cloth, but there aren't even insects down here. No rats, no straw, no offal or leaving. Does appear to just be a very bad pit. As you look up, you realize that if you didn't know that that grate was going to swing out from under you, you could have very easily taken a maximum of 40 damage falling down this thing.
Understandable. Okay, climb back up.
Okay, another athletics. 16's a little closer, but you're able to make it. Sheree dubiously watching the whole time, sees Volwork emerge from the pit. A little bit, he's got a little bit of bone dust on him.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
I think that's a great moment for us all to end on as Sheree and Volwork start making their way back through this fucking fucked up clown house that you've all found yourselves in. As Amarius tirelessly works away mining, we will rejoin our party next time to see if they can make it through or are defeated by the dungeon itself. I will
Really
move
have
you
to
all.
go through the blade room?
Unfortunately,
Is that really the way
You-
through?
That's the way
have
through,
to
baby.
go through the blade
Ah.
room.
There
It is
is-
one of the only rooms without a bypass in this dungeon because just by being a wizard, people can get through it.
There is a small hint of smugness as we return back to this. Just a little tap of the flute as we walk.
You smug about.
I told you it is the way.
And that's where we're gonna end today's session. We'll restart next time with whatever happens in the night, and Panazir's slow starvation separated from you and the food. By I can't wait till you guys realize that it's like 40 feet of stone you have to get through. Volark's really coming out of his shell this episode. I'm really loving it. Really feeling it.
Mmm.
You're welcome, Luke. I'm so glad.
Mmm.
Sorry, I knew, like, I could tell, but, like, this is the only way.
Oh, a dungeon with just traps. Hell yeah. Thank you all very much for play. I will see you all next week. I will see some of you far sooner than that. But it is 2:30 in the goddamn AM, and I am starving, so I'm gonna go make myself a sandwich.
Thank you for the game. Also, Luke, how's it feel to be on the other side of a dungeon?
I mean, some parts were fun. I liked being right about the traps.
It was great. I know you want to fucking kill me for the smartiness.
Oh goodness. It's so fun. I'm the one thing I'm really sad about is that Kill the Rogue didn't get to be here for
Yeah,
dungeon.
this honestly feels like his kind of fucking homestead.
But what are you gonna do?
Ghostbusters.
Regardless of annoyance, I hope it is good frustration that you will be able to take out on
I'm having
the
fun.
enclave of fuckers. But I do have to go. So thank you all very much. I will see you later. Also, hi noise, bye noise.
Bye. Bye.